the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. I accidentally pressed stop streaming.
Nice job.
Sorry about that, everybody. I accidentally pressed stop streaming.
Move!
Oh, I just thought of something else that we're going to have to talk about on the podcast today, by the way, relating to Gridman.
It's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my fault, Sota. I accidentally pressed stop recording.
Is
Or
it
stop
that thing
streaming,
that
right?
Wine posted?
Yes,
Did
it
that
is
something to do
that.
with it? Yeah.
What thing?
Yeah.
Nah,
Maybe
we'll talk about it later.
Don't worry about it.
Alright.
I'm
Oh, I see.
concerned.
It's canon!
So, can you hear us good, Sota? Let's see if Sota can hear us.
Oh, that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Hey, do we have emails this time?
No!
Of course.
Why would we?
I don't know if we should talk about. I don't know if we should talk about like all of the Zi-O episodes that have come out since.
I don't think we should go
Last
into like
time, or whether
specific detail of them. I think we
one.
should just give our like.
Just blitz through.
Yeah,
our
because like
thoughts
we could
about
do the O's Dan arc and then just save the game one for next time.
I mean, sure.
Because it'll actually be done.
Yeah. I think that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. Okay,
Or-
so welcome to you know what, I should probably let Zed say this
Yeah,
sometimes because it's actually his
Yeah,
podcast.
it's my podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe.
Welcome to the Tokusatsu Hyper Cast Off episode. I believe this is episode 5.
Oh man, episode 5 after we were gone.
Yeah,
for a
we were
fucking
gone
month.
a month.
Yeah,
We had
and there are a ton of reasons why that happened.
For most
Chiefly,
Rose's computer was broken.
yeah, which I guess I'll
Rose is our
talk about when we
backup
get to
recorder,
weeks.
so.
Or months, I guess it would be
Yeah.
in this case.
Yeah, I guess it would be months in this case.
I suppose,
I know
yeah.
Rose has a lot to talk about. She has
I do, yeah.
But first off, the most important thing is why we're here today, and that's to talk about Kamen Rider Zi-O. And how it is.
And other tokusatsu.
But, yeah.
And Gridman.
And Gridman.
Yeah, because I'm not caught up on Lupat.
Oh, yeah, me neither, actually. I meant
Is
to. last
anyone
night.
even caught up on Lupat?
Well, I mean, we're like 3 episodes behind. That's about it.
Yeah.
Like, I meant to catch up last night, but then I got into playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Which you can talk about then.
Yeah, I'll
So,
talk about in weeks.
The arc that happened after the arc of Zi-O that happened after the last episode of this podcast was the O's arc,
Yeah.
featuring Dan Kuroto from the Kamen Rider X-Aid series.
Yes. I think you mean Kamen Rider Gem from the Kamen Rider Gem series.
Genmu from
Or Genmu.
Yep.
Yeah. I usually can pronounce it Gem.
Genmu.
Not even Genom?
No.
I
Not-
have the
not-
bad,
Yeah.
Like, even Genom is better than that.
I have the bad habit of saying Genom because I read the name long before I actually read
Jenkum.
it. So I always just say Genom out of habit. I can't help
Jenkum.
it.
Because I know that the Genmu is usually overpronunciation of Gem.
Yes,
Gem.
but
But
And
It-
Kamen Rider
it-
Gem just sounds a bit weird.
It's overpronunciation because it works coming out of your mouth
Sure,
instead of
yeah.
Gen, which you
then
can
because
barely,
the
you're
Japanese
not listening
dialect
closely. You can barely tell what it is they're saying. It
Yeah.
just sounds like they're saying gen and not gen.
Anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
and that's actually Straka mainly because the Japanese dialect system actually has very few words that end with consonants. Nearly every word in the Japanese dialect ends with vowels.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so,
also, like, they very rarely have.
And
consonant.
Genom isn't a real word. Is
Yeah.
it? Is it?
No, it's not.
Is it?
It's not.
I feel like it should be a real word because, like, why? Everybody else is like.
Maybe
real
you're
words, like
thinking of
laser,
Venom?
snipe.
Because it's his fucking company.
I guess, but then where did the company come from?
His dad's.
Dad.
I haven't actually thought about that. I feel like I should.
Well, anyway,
Obi's a friend of mine.
Yes, this isn't the Tokusatsu Hyperlinguistics cast.
And I guess you're right. So yeah, we got Zi-O episode. I forget most of what happens. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's been a month since I've seen
Yeah,
it.
so
Fucking
apologies.
I remember
shit
they
on
needed to get
dicks.
chicken or something.
Right, so fucking Dan Kuroto
Oh, yeah,
is...
it goes on live TV and it's like,
He has-
we are seceding from Japan.
The Dan Foundation, all of the land that the Dan Foundation owns is seceding from Japan. We are now our own country that I am the king of. I'm now Dan Kuroto O, or something like that.
Dan
With the
Kuroto.
O being
It's supposed to be
king.
Dan Kuru King.
Well,
Dan
that's how
Kuroto.
Overtime
Yeah.
translated it.
Yeah, because that's really how it is. It's Dan Kuro. Kuroto.
Kuroto-o.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, he
And
does
Zoko's
that.
like, holy shit, a
Awesome!
real life king!
I
And
can
then
re-
everyone else is like, what?
Really?
Why? What?
What?
And even Dan has a moment of, what?
Oh yeah,
You
the best
confused
part
Dan.
of that, the best part of that is actually like right beforehand, where like Sogo is staring lovingly at a fucking like poster of Oda Nobunaga, and then Gates comes in and is like, "Man, Nobunaga sucked."
And he's like,
Like there's,
I guess that's just your opinion.
yeah, there's like,
Nobunaga's
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that is his opinion of Demon King Nobunaga.
yeah,
No, I'm
like,
just saying that was Sogo's reaction. Is like, yeah, I
Yeah,
guess that's your.
well,
That's your
that's just-
opinion.
yeah.
That's
It's-
just like your opinion, man.
Oh.
It's the funniest shit because like there's so much it implies about them that
The
Sogo has.
question
This...
is, why does he have the poster?
Well, clearly he does that a lot because the uncle knew it was the Nobunaga poster before he even properly turned it over. He picked it up and was like, "Oh yeah, no, this is the Nobunaga poster." Like as he was turning it over.
Like, do you just have?
So
is
Sogo
this-
does this regularly.
I thought it was like homework. But then again, what kind of homework like distributes a fucking scroll?
No, he just has that because he loves.
I love
He loves
Nobunaga.
Yeah.
Sogo says, I
And-
love Nero Claudius Caesar. He did so much for Rome.
I think. Hey, Nero Claudius is my favorite saber.
Shut up.
Going right back into the gotcha.
Get right back into that fucking gotcha after a month.
We're not. Shut up.
But-
We're not talking about gacha.
The podcast.
We're
I
talking-
mean, I was talking about the actual one. Anyways.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, I do have something to say regarding gacha, but
then
I'll do that
they-
when it's my week.
Then they
And then they say
the
like,
episode
hey,
goes on and they're like, oh no,
he's
Dan
turning people into
Kuroto
fucking
is another
yummies.
rider. He's another O's.
And then they
Yeah.
And they look at like something on his back and they're like,
It's-
he's
No.
2016. Let's
Yeah.
go back in time to 2016 and then
Yeah.
we'll stop him. And then
Because
it
the
doesn't.
plate, because
like
the plate
cracked a
with
bit.
2010 has a crack in it
in
over
last
the
zero.
last zero, so it kind of looks like a 6. And then they
Oh,
and
yeah,
they get
they-
the
the
get the Gemu ride watch
They
from
get the
him.
Genmu ride watch.
It drops
they
from
don't-
his asshole.
And
Yeah.
Gates gets Genmu armor and it's super
I mean,
cool.
It's really good.
You are
It's
wrong
just a
about that
recolor of the X8
It's a
one.
recolor of the X8 armor without the big hammer fists.
Yeah.
And he has like much better shoulders.
No,
Well,
they're the same shoulders, except
shoulders-
color
the shoulders
like-
are
They're the same.
They're
they're
both
the
they're
same.
gas
It's-
hats.
it just
I
Yeah,
forgot.
they are.
it
I
looks
forgot.
less bulky because it's
The eyes.
It doesn't have the fuck hands.
because
Yeah,
the
that's it.
eyes because the eyes and also because it doesn't have the fuck hands. Yes,
Fuck hands
Also
with
has the
Mike.
big yellow eyes that Gates makes everything.
but
look
then
better.
he fights Kuroto and then
They-
Tsukiyomi's looking at
He's like-
another Oz's back and she's like, oh
2010. Fuck,
that's
we're idiots.
2010.
We're fucking idiots.
And then at the end of the and then also Hina from O's is
Oh,
there.
Hina's there too, and she's like, she makes Stan's clothes, and she's like, "This is stupid," and then Anne's like, "I'ma fuck you."
Oh yeah, my least favorite scene of Zi-O so far, where
Is
Dan
where-
is unnecessarily creepy to Hina for no reason, and for some reason Hina's super strength doesn't come up the whole scene,
No,
despite
yeah.
the fact that Dan is just slapping
And
her
it's,
around.
and it's not like she doesn't have it; she has it. That's shown in the next
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, they literally open the next episode with it, and yet for some reason for that whole scene, she doesn't even accidentally do anything with
Like,
it.
She got
punch
caught
him
guard.
through a wall.
She got caught. She's She
Well,
constantly
if you guys-
uses her super strength, like accidentally or stuff in
Well,
O's. Like she
it was-
isn't.
Yes,
She doesn't.
but if you
Super strength
remember,
is
in
so-
but I feel like you guys are forgetting. In O's, the super strength never comes up in actual serious moments.
Of course.
Well,
not.
there's a couple times it did. She like threw that. She threw a massive thing at Kazari once when he was chasing her.
That's true, and also there's that one time where the very first time Ankh sees her and starts choking her out, and she like squeezes his arm so tight that like the Ankh hand comes off.
Yeah.
Her super strength is a really weird thing. It
Yeah,
comes and
they-
goes,
Was
They
it
were
good?
probably-
It's almost
What-
like it was a plot point that would have come up in O's.
but it
But
And then-
they wrote it out.
like a lot, like
Yeah.
quite a bit of things about O's.
Yeah, they had to rewrite it.
Because everybody loved Ankh.
Because everyone loved Ankh and no one wanted him to actually be the final villain,
Which
was the original plan.
that's fair because it means we got AG and Ankh boyfriends.
Yeah, we.
It means we have Ryosuke Miura and Shu Watanabe just hanging out all the
God,
time.
I can't believe we fell for it. I'm still salty about that fucking GIF change thing.
Shut up.
Peace.
Hey, it was
Peace.
still a good movie.
It was still a good movie, but I can't believe.
It was an
It was
interesting
good until
movie.
that final like reveal.
That final bit where everything got really weird with like psychic powers and shit. And it's
Yeah,
like,
but then no.
I'm
The worst
going
part
to
is at the
make-
very end of the movie where we all realize we got fucking hoodwinked.
yeah.
Yeah.
At least we didn't get Jake with that.
Oh, yeah.
sweet one.
So
Yeah.
Earthquake.
So as Dan is about to fucking like beat the shit out of Hina, Sogo runs in and grabs the hand he's about to hit Hina with to give him a handshake, and it's like, "Oh, you're a king, huh? I'm gonna be a king too. Can I study under you to see how to be a king?" And
Dan's
Dan's
like,
like, "Well,
"I
you're
guess-
never gonna be
Yeah.
a king,
You
but
could-
I like your style, kid."
You could work under me as my my slave.
Yeah.
Or something. And he's like,
And then-
all right, well,
All right, and then he goes outside and is like, "Hey, hey Tsukiyomi, hey Gase, I'm working for
And
the dude now."
I'm working
Yeah.
for Dan now. And they're like, fucking what?
And,
And
then
then,
he's like, "Oh, I fucking hate you, Sogo. I'm gonna kill you." Gates goes.
And Sogo fucking styles on
all
Gates.
over them.
Yeah.
If there was the
He
DMC style ranking, it'd be SSS.
He fucking transforms.
Gates like transform.
Gates transforms and Sogo starts his transformation and
And then Gates
unlocks the
kicks
belt and Gates kicks Sogo. Sogo dodges, so Gates kicks the belt
and like
around.
his hair like
Yes,
flicks
that's
to the
part of the
right.
episode.
And he whips, he dodges his upper body, so that Gates kicks the belt, and he whips himself back right in Gates' face, and just says "Henshin."
Yeah,
It's great.
and it's like, his hair flies in the wind, floats
Yeah, it's
and it's
great.
really cool. And then he just starts styling all over him, just not even trying.
He just kicks Gates' ass.
And Gates is like, I knew you were gonna become the Demon King. And then Sogo's
Well-
like, I guess that's just your opinion.
But that's literally everything seems to suggest Sogo has just made a fucking heel turn.
And then
So I
Hina
can't
gets thrown
wait.
in. And
I don't
then
know,
Hina
his
gets
reaction's
thrown
like,
into,
I guess if you think that way.
Hina gets thrown.
into
Into the
his
break-
dungeon.
The
into
dungeon.
The
I like
dungeon,
the dungeon.
yes.
The dungeon. The
Where
dungeon.
where
And
AG is.
Hina meets Eiji Hino.
And he's like, hey, I
But-
remember the
yeah.
diet.
Yeah. So in
Yeah.
this timeline, he became a politician. He's
Instead of
still
becoming a hobo,
Yeah.
he's still traumatized to
But-
shit, but
but less so.
yeah.
Not to
Yeah.
the point that
And
he's a
he's
hobo
not
and
that
gave up
rich
all his
now,
life's
though.
possessions.
Was the events of O's were pretty probably,
Well, no, he was a
exacerbated
hobo
some of his
before that.
trauma. No, I know, but the events of O's probably exacerbated his trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, I lost my boyfriend too now? Okay.
Oh yeah, and on the suit that AG
Uh,
is wearing, there's a red feather
There's a
because
red feather that Shu
Shu-
Watanabe
Was like, hey, this would be cool
recommended
Yeah.
if he had.
Yeah.
But in lore, it makes no sense why.
Oh
he
yeah,
would
no,
have
what sense? No, just,
Oh, it doesn't make all
It
that much
just-
sense, but who cares?
yeah, who
that.
cares?
No, I'm not saying that you can't care about it. I'm just saying it's great.
He-
but
here's
J-Bond
what it
beyond
means.
time.
fucking AG was like walking through the market. He's like, "Hey, look, that cool red feather. I want to wear that."
He sees a cool red feather and he starts crying and is like, "I don't know why. I
Why
need this."
Why am I crying in the club?
It's that Kingdom Hearts moment where Sora sees Shion, Dream Drop Distance, and then he starts crying, and
He's like,
Sora's
"Why
like,
am I
what the hell?
crying?"
Why am I crying?
Yeah.
Gay bonds beyond time.
Yep.
AG's
That's
just
why.
Like, AG's
I
just
thought
like,
you were
"Why
gonna-
am I crying in the club?"
I thought
Yeah.
you were gonna say gay bomb, and I was like, what?
Gay
What is
bomb.
the gay bomb?
Oh no, that was the finisher for O's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oof.
the Not finisher.
Yeah.
That's
So
the gay bomb.
Transfers into all the other.
the first episode ends with Hina in the dungeon, and the next episode literally starts
With
with
them in
AG
the
being
den.
like, I need to go beat the shit out of Dan Kuroto, and Hina being like, yeah, sure, okay, and just pries the fucking chained closed door open
Yeah.
with her super strength
It's like,
I mean,
could have used that,
immediately.
Like,
Hina could have been trying, back when Dan was trying to, hit her and whatnot. Could have been trying to make a gambit where she was like gonna free the other person.
And it's so
It doesn't
creepy.
seem
It's
like
so
that.
Creepy, yeah.
Because she seemed surprised that AG was even in there.
Yeah, it felt like the writer and director were reminded, oh yeah, she has super strength at the beginning of the second episode.
Was the
These two know
previous
each other.
episode .5 the fucking one where they're like... Oh wait, no, the one before was where Woz was like, "Ah yes, this is truly DX."
This is truly
This is
deluxe,
truly
and then
deluxe.
and Sogo kept flubbing his lines. So
Yeah.
where that .5 episode was basically explaining, yeah, we shift around the Ride Watch releases depending on which actors we can get back for each arc. Hence why the Gemu Ride Watch is being released around now. And then at the end of that .5 was that weird bit where Dan was leading Sogo around like a dog and
Yeah,
was
he's
just
like-
like, my overlord. Like,
Then
it
he
was
I think that
NTR.
I think that one was actually an improv because Sogo's actor is like giggling way too much.
Yeah,
It was
so is
funny.
Dan's
Yeah,
actor.
it's very clearly improv. It's just
but then I just
Tetsuya.
love my overlord. But
Tetsuya, why did you do this?
how could you do this to me?
How was Tetsuya Iwanaga allowed to do this?
How did this happen?
Don't kick shame, Dan.
No.
Don't kick shame Sogo.
And
I'm
yeah,
not kink shaming Sogo. I'm kink shaming Tetsuya Iwanaga.
And then it's just that's the one, and it's pretty funny. I loved it because they're
It's
just
good.
like, are we all just pawns in the game of some toy company?
Yeah,
Like a little bit.
it's way too
It's like,
meta.
yep.
And then John Toei is just sitting there and being like, "You better stop."
You better stop.
You better stop.
Stop
And then the next
making-
episode, yeah, this starts off and they break out of jail. And then they go running to be like, where's Dan at? And then they run into Sogo, I believe. And then Sogo
Yeah.
ties them up.
Sogo ties him up and is immediately like, "Oh wait, I actually have to go do something. Be right back."
Oh
Yeah,
wait, hang on. So at the end of the last episode, they like Gates and Tsukiyomi are like recovering,
And Tsukiyomi's like, why would he do this?
and Gates says, "I think he may be a more serious threat."
No,
which
that was the before episode. That was episode.
No, yeah,
Yeah, the episode
Yeah,
before that, I mean.
yeah, and like no, that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
But the translation of that is he's not an idiot.
Yeah.
God.
I don't know
Yeah.
if he ever was.
He seemed like it to begin with, but now we know.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
We know that he's a danger.
high voltage.
A dangerous zombie.
Yes. And yeah, Tsukiyomi's healing Gates back at the Time Shack.
With the totally
shop.
not taken from Star Trek healing.
Oh yeah, that's kind of weird of Tsukiyomi. She's like, get the first aid kit. And then she just uses her thing to heal him. And he's like,
I guess-
Future
No, I mean, they clearly came in with Gates injured. I think it would be more weird if she didn't say that. She was trying to pass under the radar enough.
I
but-
guess, but
So get the first aid kit. Okay, while he's getting the first aid kit, I'm just gonna. boop.
but then he comes back. It's like, oh, you're okay.
Oh, huh.
Okay. And then she's like, "Did you guys bring the chicken?"
Oh,
And they're
No,
like,
no.
"Oh, we will be back
back,
to
we'll be
get
back,
the
we'll be back."
chicken."
And then they leave again. And
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, fucking Sogo ties him up. And he's like, I brought you these sacrifices, Dan Overlord. And then basically, this is basically a trick to figure out like what an evil overlord thinks. That was Sogo's entire plan.
Yeah, Sogo was like, well,
no, first
if he's an evil overlord,
yeah,
if he's an evil overlord,
I should not do what he does.
I'm trying to avoid becoming an evil overlord. I should know how he thinks.
Okay, we're
so
cutting
I
a big
not
thing
do
out.
that.
Not do it.
We're cutting a big thing out where Gates actually challenges Sogo.
Oh
Sogo
yeah,
goes
I
to the
forget.
challenge.
He like challenges, and Sogo's like, "You fucking idiot! I am not actually on his side."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Gates is like, "What do you mean?" It's like, and then
I don't believe you. Fine, then just you can die.
Then perish.
Then perish, thought.
Then perish.
And yeah, that happens, and then they're just like, first he says like, "Have you guys even tried talking to him? Maybe he's not as bad as you think." And then he's like, then he asks him like, "What do you think an overlord should be, or whatever, or a king should be, or something?"
He's like, oh, we should actually talk to him about this. What are your actual plans as an overlord? And Dan's just like, I want everyone to bow before me. And it's like, Dan, you really haven't thought about like how you're gonna run a fucking country, huh?
And then he's like, AG is like, "What do you think? How would you rule the world, or whatever?" And then AG's like, "I don't want to rule the world. As long as I have some spare change and a clean pair of underwear for tomorrow, I'm set." And I think, and my favorite lines from Sogo ever is him to Dan is like, "I don't like you. You kind of suck."
Yeah.
You're kind of a dick.
And then he's like to AG, he's like, "I like you. You're cool. Get in."
You're okay. Get it.
Get in the car.
Crazy taxi.
Crazy time. Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Man, that episode of Zi-O got weird. Where Soko just astral projected.
AG just going around. Boom, boom.
Well, no, Soko's the one driving.
And... Majin into a taxi.
Yeah, he picked
going
up-
around driving AG to KFC.
Yeah.
And Pizza Hut.
What the fuck?
All while playing
Yeah.
fucking Green Day or whatever.
Yeah, the offspring.
Offspring,
They're
yeah.
gonna have to pass that out when they re-release it on DVD.
Yeah.
Aw.
They couldn't get the rights again. Sega, I mean Toei, couldn't get the rights again.
Sega couldn't get the rights to doing their own crossover.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean the Offspring.
No,
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so that happens, and then then they break him free, and then fucking Dan turns into another O's and runs out.
Oh right, but you
But
forgot
then
to
he
mention how
they
Wait.
what?
you forgot you didn't mention the right way that you misremembered how Gates got the Genmu ride watch.
No, that was last episode. We're in
Yeah,
episode...
Yeah, I know, but I just remembered.
Yeah,
It
the
wasn't-
Taka.
Oh yeah, Taka.
Yeah, like a bird comes out of nowhere. We don't know where the bird came from.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And it just comes out and starts shooting Dan in the asshole.
The Taka Watchroid.
Yeah.
Buy it now.
And
I have a feeling
Truly TX.
Sogo's gonna give it to AG in the past.
maybe.
Yeah,
But yeah, it just comes out of nowhere and shoots Dan in the asshole, and that's how it drops.
That or
Yeah.
one of the Time Jackers did it.
Who knows?
Claws, maybe.
Again, but
Yeah.
doesn't the Taka ride watch thing like actually land on AG's shoulder during the
Like, yeah, it comes...
during, like the
And in the fight that comes later, it shows up.
Yeah.
Thing.
So
maybe just send it out to screw with them.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Then they AG gives him the O's ride watch along with the Tajador ride watch.
Yeah.
And then they go.
Yeah.
Then he goes fights Dan, and he's like, oh, and he's in the fucking and he's in the O's armor. Oh no, he hasn't changed yet.
Yeah.
First, he's like, all right, I'm here to finish. I think. All right, we have to go back to 2010 or whatever. But then Hora's like, I'm not gonna let you. And she comes in Castle Doron.
Yeah.
Kiva.
Yeah.
And turns into her own time machine.
Time machine with Castle Doron.
Yeah.
Really making use of
I don't think it makes sense.
really making the most out of those old assets.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it has to be a new asset if it's a giant mech.
Yeah. I mean, they probably had to modify the
Original asset.
the original asset at least. Yeah.
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 And just move the model around.
So that happens, and then
Then Gates like, I'll help you this time.
Prick.
And then Sogo gets into his time machine, and the Taka Roid is like, hey, put the fucking O's ride watch in. And he does, and the head turns into O's. And they start fighting.
And thus, now we know why it came with the Ride Watch.
yeah.
And then he turns, he slots the Tajador one in. And he does the
Starts
Tajador.
flying around.
Giga Time Break!
Yeah.
And defeats Hora. And then he goes back in
Doesn't
time.
kill her.
And then
Not
goes...
yet.
And then
to
goes...
fight Dan.
And then he slots in the O's ride watch, turns to O's, and here comes Waz going, Happy Birthday!
Oh,
I think my favorite part was Waz coming in and just yelling, Happy Birthday!
Yeah, Waz
Happy
comes in and
birthday!
fucking yells "Happy Birthday" before he says "Rejoice," which is
Yeah.
great.
He's like, Happy Birthday! Rejoice! This is the birth of Zi-O O's armor.
Like he
He's
looks
like,
down
"Fucking finally, I get to do it again."
He looks down at the book like he's thinking, should I say happy birthday or yes, I should.
Shit, hang on.
Ah, shit. Anyway.
There's a thing.
Oh no, he's getting attacked by vibrations.
No, it's just an emergency alert thing went off.
Oh,
no.
Like
all
a
of us
test.
gonna...
A missile's going to hit RMH's house right now.
It's gonna
No, it's just a test of the emergency alert system, you think.
I'm checking to see if I got it, maybe.
It's Canadian, so...
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, Trump already
When
sent us...
are they gonna get
Trump
yours?
texted us all with the whole...
Us three America boys and
Was this
Britain
working?
girl over there.
Anyway.
Aren't going to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, then that happens, and he beats Dan. Oh wait, we forgot the whole thing. How Dan got his powers. We forgot to mention that whole thing.
Right. He was like,
He's
so,
like, I
His
can't.
dad so
So
much.
we since X-Aid never happened, he never discovered the Bugster virus.
so he's not a very good game dev.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
so it's that like
It's kind of this weird thing where like I feel like what happened was since he never saw Emu's shit, he never got that drive to become better. Like he peaked at like 10 or whatever. That's what I feel happened. But it's not very clear. All we know is that Dan is not a good game dev now.
Yeah, ripple effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first ripple effect we've really seen so far.
Yes.
Mhm.
Of a time thing happening, namely with the X8 stuff. And then Hora comes, or was it Hora or was it I think it was her.
It was the shit kid one.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Comes in is like, hey, you
Yeah.
want to be a king? And the funny thing is that he stops time first, and Dan's like, time stopped.
I did this.
Did I do this? Have my godly powers finally activated?
It's like no.
No.
It's like nah.
Do you want to be a king though?
No, you fucking idiot.
And then he gives him the O's ride watch.
Being
and...
a god's overrated. you should try being a king. And he goes,
Oh,
king,
yeah.
huh?
That sounds good.
No, I was like, man, your talents are wasted on video games. You could be king.
And he's like, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
I
good.
could be.
You're a smart guy,
And
kid.
then
I
he gives
just
him
met.
the O's Red watch, and then he turns into another O's. And then Sogo's
Oh yeah,
like,
also,
he kills Masamune.
I think we... Sorry, yeah, we glossed over that the first episode. In 2016, he killed Masamune, but they didn't get Masamune's actor back for that, so it's
They
just
just
some
showed,
random
like-
guy from the back.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
probably just one of the camera guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
it's Schwartz
probably.
again.
Again, they didn't get
It's-
Hiroyuki
Look,
back.
it's Masamune.
It's Schwartz again.
Yeah, probably. Every
Schwartz
single
and a-
time there's a fake stand-in for
It's just Schwartz.
character, it's just Schwartz.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
so yeah, that
So,
and then yeah, Sogo is like, "Hey, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna become king." And then the whole O's
O's armor and the the animals come in
yeah,
to form the arm and jump on him and attack.
yeah, Dan.
And then attack Dan and then attach
And
themselves.
then he
Yeah.
beats Dan. It's a pretty cool fight.
It's a pretty cool
Ozark was
fight, and
probably my
and
favorite
bas-
one so far.
and one really cool detail about another O's is that whenever Sogo hits him, he leaks. He
Cell
bleeds
metals.
cell metals like he's
like a
greed.
greed, or
Yeah.
like a greed or a yummy, yeah.
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 Which is really cool. I really like that.
Yeah, I'm glad that, I'm fucking glad that they remembered about that shit. So that's that arc, and then the .5...
Well, we forgot a
after
very
that.
specific point. When
Yeah?
he beats Dan like collapses to the ground in the exact same pose he did when he lost to Emu, and then Parrot started basically kicking him when he was down.
Yeah.
But we also forgot fucking Waz comes in and is like, you were a good stepping stone
No,
for my...
you are good fertilizer for my Lord's Sent or something. Like, he
Yeah.
literally calls him shit
Yeah,
and kicks him while he's down.
yeah.
They did leave a
Just
blank
like
ride watch
Conrad.
behind. They just leave a blank ride watch behind, so that's how the Gemu one exists.
Yeah.
But, you know,
And then they go back home, and then the dad's like, or the uncle's like, "Hey, did you bring the chicken?" And then it's like, "No." And he's like, "All right, I guess I'll go." The only one that
oh,
goes, "Oh my God."
what happened
okay.
with Gates? Because Gates left.
Oh
as
yeah,
well,
Gates is
what
going
he's-
on a Sasuke retrieval arc.
And that
thing.
happens in the Guy mark, which I don't think we should talk about because
We're
it's not.
gonna talk
It's
about that
technically
next
not.
time because
Yeah, it's
not
technically
finished.
not finished
But
because the subs aren't out for the second part of it, the arc.
Then
one thing I'm gonna briefly interrupt with that doesn't have to do with Kamen Rider, but does have to do with other nerd type
Yeah.
things that we'll probably talk about at some point. But I just saw it on YouTube in my recommendations, Venom official rom-com trailer.
Oh yeah, that's the commercial. That's the commercial they're doing for the
God.
DVD. I think I mentioned it yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean the
Like, they
Chinese
fucking know.
posters.
Well, the
fucking-
Chinese
Chinese.
posters were all about how Venom would be a great boyfriend, but this is about like how it's like a romantic comedy between Venom and Eddie.
Yeah.
It's like two hearts become one, or some shit.
Two hearts become one.
And yeah, that's hilarious. I saw that the other day.
Mm.
Loved it. And yeah, that's about the .5 for episode 10.
Yeah.
That one's pretty great.
Yes, it's basically Sogo, Tsukiyomi, and Gates complaining about how with all the different writers and all the different directors,
Their characters
everyone has a
deserve-
different
everyone-
interpretation of the characters, and there's
They
like
keep changing. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like, I thought you already trusted me, Tsukiyomi. It's like, yeah.
yeah.
Why did I need to again?
There were a couple cuts of them screwing up lines, like
Yeah.
Tsukiyomi pronouncing one of the directors' names wrong, and
And
then
then
having
Gates
to redo it.
calling Sogo by his actor's name.
Yeah, at the end
Yeah,
of the
that-
point five, he's like, "Hey, Okuno," and then
Like-
it's like, "You can't say that."
ruined
Which
the
is funny
immersion.
because like that probably happens a lot
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
both Gates' actor and Sogo's actor hang out a bunch.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
I don't think they hang out with Tsukiyomi too much.
Oh.
Because I haven't seen her in any
No
of the
girls
Instagrams.
allowed.
No girls
I haven't seen them in any of
allowed.
the
Just
Instagrams.
Rider boys.
I saw
They make a
you
treehouse
see
and she's not invited.
yeah, you see like Sogo and Gates and Waz hang out, but I haven't seen
And
Yeah.
they hang up in a treehouse, and then after Masahiro comes in, Masahiro's also hanging out in the treehouse.
And it says
Yeah, it's
no
like
girls allowed.
it's like the build cast's slowly growing rider club because like initially you
Yeah,
just
it was
get
just-
all the pictures of Ajaxo and Inakai hang out, but then then Kazumin comes
starts
in,
hanging out,
and then
then
suddenly
Gensei.
hang out out to Takeda, and then after
Hanging
the
out with,
reveal of Gentoku being Kamen Rider Rogue, you start seeing pictures of
I think the same thing
Kensei
happened
and-
with X-Aid, where
Yeah.
it's really only Emu at the beginning. Then you start seeing more pictures of the group hanging out. Like,
Yeah.
there's a really cute video where
and by the end you have that great moment of
What? I was gonna talk about that one where they're just kind of like chilling together, and then Poppy's actor starts singing really well in English about.
Yeah.
I was talking about that moment where they were all like standing there and they were all doing the Danger Sami. Bleh!
Oh yeah, that's
Bleh!
fucking-
That was
And,
like
everyone's
after
there, and
that was
then-
after Dan died the first time.
Yeah,
was-
and then
Mhm.
and then what's his Kiria's actor just goes bleh. And then Dan's actor comes in and goes bleh!
Oh yeah, I think I actually remember
And
that.
Kiria
Yeah,
has like the biggest stink face.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, bleh.
Bleh.
No. When Dan comes in.
He's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Ah! Yeah.
So, yeah, that's Zi-O. We'll
That
talk
was
about
Zi-O.
Gaimark next
we
time.
would like to talk about Lupin Ranger, but honestly, we haven't.
But yeah, most of us are actually not all that caught up on it, so we'll probably save that for later as
time.
well.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
If
then
anyone
We
is-
ha-
if
We do
anybody
have
is
some. No,
bothered
we
with
do
that.
have another ongoing show to talk about. Got Gridman to talk about because there's.
Gridman.
Ooh, so there's some fucking
There's
shit.
been a lot of developments since
that happened.
last time.
I haven't caught up on Gridman, so I'll just step out for a minute.
Oh yeah, you probably should. Okay,
You really
so
should.
if you don't want to get spoiled because there's some shit.
Yeah, there's a
You
lot
should
of
maybe
spoilers.
deafen yourself as well, and
yeah.
we'll let you know. So, Gridman. First of all, Akane is a god. Akane is.
That's the big thing
god
that's been revealed
of
since
the
last
city.
time.
I
That's,
told you
that's-
she was the best girl.
No,
Oh,
she's not.
creepy.
Everything we find out about Akane, it makes her actively worst
Because
girl.
at first we thought, oh, she's just a villain that makes kaiju.
No, so she is the it's unclear what exactly they
happened?
mean by her being the god of the city so
But
far.
basically, what she does is that every day or whatever, she or whenever she sends out a kaiju, she shoots her kaiju beams, and it destroys whatever she doesn't like, and then she has a whole bunch of different kaiju rebuild the city.
The kaiju that you see immobile
The
on the
background.
skyline, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's unclear what exactly the deal is with her being god. However, it has become increasingly clear that we are, in fact, inside the computer world of the original Gridman series,
Yeah, because
to
they
the
go-
point
They
where
go up
they
the
see
sky and
the
they see the sky.
ceiling. The ceiling that's like a weird digital city that was going to be in the original Gridman, but they couldn't put it in because it was impossible to do it in live action
I
properly.
didn't know that actually.
Yeah,
Oh, and
no,
also,
that's.
nothing exists outside the city.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
no-
yeah, nothing.
Oh yeah.
nothing-
Yuta talks to this one kaiju,
This one kaiju girl who's basically like a girl version of Auntie, except she was apparently around before Akane was.
Yeah, and also somebody mentioned
Yeah, like
that she's
it's
a
one from
version
the
of a
original
character
series,
from the original
actually.
Gridman.
Yeah, it may have been a kaiju who was
Or
freed
the
from.
descendant of one.
May have been a descendant of, or a kaiju that was freed from Kilokan's control by music.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the credits explicitly named her as the second incarnation of one from the original.
Now, if she is specifically the one that was, freed from Kilocan's control. That means
I'm looking it up right now.
That means she's from Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, but I'm just going by what people I know who've actually watched the original two series are saying.
It's Enocilus the Second.
Oh,
though then yeah, she probably is like, descendant of that. Anyway, so she meets up with Yuta, and
she's
they
like, "Hey, come hang out with me."
come onto this train, this completely empty train that is apparently headed towards the same city that we are in.
Max is
Max is following them to make sure he doesn't get in trouble. And while they're on the train, she's like, okay, so the reason why you always get sleepy on the train is because there is nothing outside it, which I presume that means the sleepy area is basically the loading zone. And when everyone left that river area, that's why it all fell apart, was because it got unloaded because no one was there.
Right.
So, or this is actually just a theory that just occurred to me right now. The reason why when they were going on the train the second time, why it didn't load in a new place for them was because Akane wasn't on there.
Yeah.
Akane went to the river place, so it loaded in the new area for her. But when Akane isn't heading out, it doesn't load anything else.
Yeah. She probably made the river area.
And not to mention that she mentions she's always been there.
Yeah, and then people have gone back and she's there.
In the background.
That's always my favorite things in shows. Like Gravity Falls does it a little bit.
In fact, I think she was in the intro even then.
Yeah, she was in the intro as well, but I think she was in episode 1, which was before the opening started being shown.
Yeah, you could see her in the background. That's always my favorite thing in any show. Because, like I said, Gravity Falls does it, the first couple episodes.
So, turns out that Akane is a god, and she's using the kaiju to recreate the city without things that she dislikes. And Yuta is told this by the kaiju girl, and immediately after
is told by Akane.
Yeah, no, before that, he goes to tell Utsumi and Rika, and they're like, that kind of sounds like bullshit to me. It's not the typical anime reaction of that sounds ridiculous. I won't believe you in anything anymore. I'm done being whatever. They're just that kind of sounds
fake. Although one thing that does upset me, but now makes more sense.
And we'll get to that when we get to the latest episode.
Yeah, but we'll just talk about what Utsumi is like. Rika's like, plus it's kaiju. Girls aren't into kaijus. And then
Utsumi
was hanging out with Akane earlier.
Is like, oh yeah, Akane likes kaiju, but he doesn't say it out loud. He's like, oh yeah, you're right. Because, gotta protect the girl over the coochie.
Yeah, gotta protect the coochie.
But, yeah, we can get to that.
There's some coochie, ma'am.
Spare coochie, ma'am. Spare coochie.
Yeah.
Well, okay then.
But Hibiki then explains that.
Luckily, though. Oh wait, is it too early for that?
Yeah.
Hibiki explains everything to the
Neon Genesis
Evangelion. And they're like, I don't know about that one. Chief.
But they're like maybe.
Yeah, they're more accepting of it, but they're still like, we don't really have any interest.
We're not 100% on it.
Max at the very least confirms to everyone else that the girl that Yuta was talking about existed.
But then Yuta goes home and Akane's in his room.
Akane's just sitting in his room.
And then she's
like,
hey, what's up? And then he's like, you're a god, right? It's like, wait, you knew?
Oh man, that makes
I wanted to tell you.
Though.
But then she starts getting all horny.
Yeah, she's like, "Hey, you want to make an alliance? Work with a god?"
First she's like, she grabs his pillows, like, smells like Hibiki.
It's like, stop
being like that, please. It's creeping me out. And then she's like, "Hey, want to make an alliance?" And then Yuta's like, No. And she's like, hey, let's go eat. No, she's like, walk me home,
Yeah.
asshole.
Which I don't know how she got there to begin with, but like,
probably
if
used her
she
god
doesn't want to.
powers. And they,
Yeah,
they
no,
end
what-
up in the ramen shop.
The ramen shop owned by the
Flying
dude who,
TP
like, was the dad of one of the volleyball club.
Yeah,
You know, the girls that
died in
Akane
episode 1.
fucking killed.
Yeah.
in the first episode.
And she's like, I thought this would be pretty ironic to eat at. I thought it'd be pretty funny.
She
And
just
then
invites Alexis down from wherever the fuck he is to go hang out.
Yeah, I thought he'd be like this mysterious
From on top of her
figure
house.
that would only show up on like rooftops and shit. But no,
But no.
he just walks through the door and is like, "Sup?"
And the guy who runs the ramen shop doesn't give a fuck.
He's like, "What do you want?"
Like, bro, this dude's head's on fire and he's like 8 feet tall.
And he's like a
And has
robot.
a skeleton face.
Yeah, skeleton face.
That's not a cosplay, my dude.
That's not how normal people look like. At least I don't think so. Maybe there's some. And
Yeah.
so then they're like talking, and then Yuta gets the alarm and is like, "I gotta go," and then I kind of like, calm down. Unless I make one, it doesn't happen. And then they go out and look at it.
And there
it
is.
And I Connor's like, "What the fuck, Alexis?" And then he's gone. And then he goes to Gridman and they start fighting it, and it keeps like killing it, but then a new one reforms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then Akane goes back and is like, "What the fuck's going on? Why is there a kaiju?" And he's like, "Oh, I had Auntie make it." And she's like, "What? Auntie?"
which does raise the interesting point that kaiju can make kaiju.
That's more, as long as you have anger or something, you can make one.
As long as Alexis is willing to make it from something you designed,
Yeah.
then yes.
And he made it purely out of anger. He says, as long as the...
Well, no, it's the more hatred you hold, the stronger it is.
Yeah.
Which is why he asked Auntie in the first place, was because Auntie seems to hate Gridman far more than
He lets on.
Akane does.
And as he lets on.
Kane's
'cause
just
he's
in it for
usually like-
shits and giggles.
Oh yeah, totally. She actually kind of likes Gridman, I think.
Which is why she's trying to fuck Hibiki.
She wants that grid dog.
She's trying to fuck so many people.
She's trying to get that access.
She's
flash.
trying to fuck Hibiki. She's trying to fuck Rika. She's trying to fuck Utsumi.
She's not trying to fuck Utsumi,
I
that's the
don't-
point.
I don't know. It's kind
He ain't gonna get any, everyone else is.
Yeah.
So-
Just like in Bills.
Oof.
Ah!
Well, I mean, at least Bill Utsumi had a vault.
Yeah. I
But he
mean,
didn't want to
No,
vote.
I was gonna
well,
say, yeah.
but Evil was an abusive relationship.
Well, I mean, it's not any worse than what the fuck was going on with him and Guntoku, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah,
Under the desk with the Bonzi
but
buddy.
yeah, Auntie shows up, is like, Gridman! Oh no, first...
Gridman, I can fly now!
I have,
Oh yeah, but
I have
but
rocket
Vic
legs.
gets his time to shine.
Oh yeah, Vit.
Yeah, and
They-
he
they
has,
formed
of
Jet
course, he
Gridman.
has the
Oh,
Amp and
that's
Lucky
great.
references.
Yeah, from... That's, like, this is the
Some
first time I
Star
learned
Squad.
about that, when somebody pointed it out to me, and I was like, oh shit, that's actually really cool, that they referenced the actual American version.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cool.
Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Amp Missile Circus.
The Amp Missile Circus and the Lucky Smoke Bomb or something.
Yeah.
Lucky
Boarhead-
Smoke Screen.
War had
Sid
Sydney. Max is a walking tanker reference.
and he has an attack called Tanker Cannon.
Yeah, the tanker
And then
cannon.
Samurai Caliber is like Sam's. His initial is Sam C, which is the name of the
Yeah.
actor who played.
Also, he is named Samurai Caliber.
Yeah, which is the
Which-
the weapon.
Superhuman, yeah.
Yeah,
Samurai, yeah.
yeah. I wonder what that could be a reference to.
So, yeah. They
So you're telling me that this Gridman show is not actually a reference to Gridman, but
No,
a
it's a
reference
reference to both.
to Superhuman? Yeah, no, I know. I'm
and
just making a
possibly a
joke.
sequel to both too.
Yeah,
a sequel to both.
Possibly.
yeah, possibly.
So wait, so
because we have a kaiju from
Samurai Cyber Squad is canon to Gridman.
Maybe.
because we have
It's not-
we have characters from the original Gridman.
Yeah.
Or a descendant.
Or descendant. Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna go get the English-speaking actors and just have them speak
Dude.
English? In
Dude.
Dude!
Dude.
Dude!
Dude. That would be the best.
Yeah!
That would actually be the best. I don't even know if they're do anything anymore. I don't even know if they're
I think they
alive.
actually. I think like the guy who played the main guy actually does work on the dub.
Oh, really?
Oh my god.
That's the best.
I hope so.
That's the
Like I think
actual
the guy
best.
who voiced the protagonist of
Sam
Quadruple S
Collins.
voices Yuta.
Oh, jeez. That's great. Recent hanged out in cons. Oh, they hung out at cons apparently. That's fucking
Oh,
amazing.
nice.
That's the best. And what else happens in that episode?
Rose, what else happens?
I'm
that
trying to
episode?
think. Like they go,
The-
they fly up
Rose?
into the sky, and then Auntie's
Well,
there
they-
with rocket legs.
When they see the the ceiling,
the
so
ceiling,
they're
yeah.
like, oh yeah, okay, so I guess there may be not maybe the shit that Hibiki said wasn't bullshit.
And then Auntie's there like, Gridman, I have rocket legs.
Rocket legs.
And then he
I
gets his
got
ass
rocket
beat.
legs!
Then he gets his ass beat again.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Here lies Auntie. He never scored.
Auntie like falls from the sky, and then Yuta goes back and is like, yeah, the shit I said, I met an alien. I met
Yeah.
an
He
alien.
eated Auntie out of the sky.
I don't know, yeah. And then meanwhile with fucking Akane, she's like, hey, don't let anybody in here ever again. And then Alexis is like, yeah, okay. Auntie was a failure. I'm gonna go discipline him.
And he takes Andy's handsaw and fucking cuts his eye out.
Yeah, Auntie's just like digging through garbage.
He's a
And
hungry
then-
boy.
And then
He gonna
Alexis
trash
is like,
talk?
sup! And then Auntie tries to attack him, and then he grabs the hand axe he was trying to attack him with and slashes his eye.
Buzzsaw.
And it's really fucked up, and that's the literal end of the episode.
So the next episode and the newest one and the one I want to talk about the
Yeah,
most
I
for
know.
a specific reason is episode 8. So episode 8, there's a fucking school festival happening,
And then,
and Akane does not like it.
and neither does
Um,
Yuta and Utsumi, really.
Yeah,
And Rika.
Rika likes it.
well,
No, Rika like it.
there's a reason why. So no, they don't ask Akane up front about her being a god. She calls Utsumi, Rika, and Hibiki over to her
She's
desk where
like-
she pulls out one of her kaiju models and
She's
is like,
I'm gonna
so,
blow up the school
guess
festival
what?
with this.
I'm gonna blow up this festival! Check out this thing! It's an upgraded version of the first monster I made! It's gonna beat Gridman up super hard! And Utsumi and
It's
Rika
cool,
just like,
doesn't it?
oh...
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
I
I guess
guess-
you're telling the truth.
Oh...
Oh, wow. That's fucked
Yeah.
up. And then they go in
So-
the hallway and start talking, and then Utsumi and Yuta are trying to figure out a strategy. He's like, okay, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? How are we gonna stop her?
How are we
it's
gonna
like-
fight this monster? And
like-
Rika's like, couldn't we could we talk to her first?
And she's
maybe?
like, no, she crazy.
Yeah.
And she's like,
So-
I don't know, fighting a friend seems weird.
So the conflict of this
She's my
episode
friend.
was mostly Utsumi and Rika having a huge disagreement on
Oh yeah, there were
Right,
some other
isn't
girls
Akane our
from the
friend,
class
but
that are like,
also
"Oh my
she's the
god, that's
villain."
so cute. That's a cool looking
Yeah,
thing."
like Rika doesn't want to have to keep fighting Akane because she's her friend, but meanwhile Utsumi is like
no, we gotta
you-
fight her.
yeah, Utsumi says some asshole
Playing this all
shit.
along.
Utsumi says some asshole shit like you need a thing to with your emotions too much
Oh,
or
yeah,
something like that, and then
You
it
think with
immediately
your dumb
cuts
girl
to him.
brain.
He immediately
like, "Ah,
cuts
shit.
to him in like a
I
diner
see
or
what
something with Hibiki like, oh my god, I'm such a fucking asshole! Ugh!
Oh my god, I hate myself.
Like he's dying.
Oh my
um,
god, shoot me, Yuta, right in here.
My high school life is over.
She's
and
gonna
I'm
tell-
just
Use the head.
She's
I
gonna
swear.
tell all the
Pull the
girls I'm
trigger.
smelly.
Pull the trigger, Yuta.
She's gonna
Yeah.
tell all the girls that I play with my toys.
Yeah, so that's the main conflict of that. But And-
well, they also figure out like, hey, how are we gonna do that super cool Gridman thing where they all combine?
the big Gatai when we
we're
can't
gonna
get them all
make them
to.
tiny.
How about we make them all smaller? So how do we make them
they use
smaller,
up less RAM.
smaller, so they use less RAM.
And then then the real shit happens when Rika and Akane are on the bus.
And
Akane's like, do you really have to do this? It's kind of fucked up.
Rika's like, that's kind of fucked up. And yeah, Rika tries to do the just talk thing, but the problem is Akane is fucking nuts and
She's
really
like,
creepy.
yeah.
And
So
Rika doesn't want to accept that
it.
she's nuts.
Well, no,
right?
that's
No,
not what happens. She like hugs Rika from behind. And
It's
he's
like, you don't even
you're
want to get
a good
along
friend.
with
I'm
dog.
good that I changed you to be like me.
You're a good. No, she doesn't say change, so it's unclear of what exactly happened. But she's like, you know, you can never really hate me, right? Because
you're
that's
just like
how
how
I had my kaiju make you like that. And it's like,
And it's like,
oh, so everyone in the city is made to love Akane. Everyone in the city is made
and
to
that's
love
why it's
everything
kind of
about
odd
Akane.
why Yuta's not having it.
And it's unclear on whether that's still affecting Yuta or not because he has amnesia. It's very clearly still affecting Rika and Utsumi, and that's why Utsumi wasn't, Utsumi not bringing up, he knew Akane liked
they're either
kaiju
brainwashing or NPCs.
fine, because that's literally a fucking plot point. Is that everyone has been made to love Akane. So they have to struggle against what they've basically been brainwashed into feeling.
I think I just figured it out.
What?
Okay, this is a digital world, right?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody in there is a digital version of themselves in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Because Akane was like, I hate real world, everybody's a dick to me, I hate them all. And she makes the entire world that she hates, the entire city that she lives in, into this digital world that she creates. And so Yuta, the real Hibiki, gets thrown inside, and that's why he has amnesia. He can't remember anything because this is not his world. This is the world, the fake world that Akane made. And Alexis.
And it's pretty obvious Akane has, self-esteem problems.
Yeah.
Because like, as Rika gets off the train, she looks like super sad.
Yeah, because
it kind of feels as if it's slowly setting in for Akane that she just made everyone love her and no one really likes her.
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe the fact that Yuta's actually resisting her and isn't being affected.
Yeah, maybe that's also
effect. I think that was like the big turning point because she was just like, she seemed super upset when he was like, I don't want to make an alliance.
So, earlier that episode, Rika and Hibiki had talked to each other about like dealing with Akane, and I think that's actually afterwards because she's like, I tried to talk to her and it didn't work.
Yeah, I think that's afterwards when they like make up.
Oh yeah. She says, Rika said she's going to apologize to Utsumi first because he wouldn't expect her to apologize first, and Hibiki's like, first. And then so their plan to make sure that Akane doesn't kill people at
the school festival is to send Gridman there first to have everybody
Gridman there first, so everyone will evacuate. Then
she's like, that's a bummer, assholes. And then she just sends out her kaiju.
Yeah.
And then
so the kaiju fight happens. There's a bit that there's been some controversy with
a friend of ours points out right now is that Hibiki really likes Rika, like actually has feelings, while Rika's just kind of like, eh. And also Akane's like, why is he smaller?
There's some controversy over a bit of the
combination sequence.
The combination sequence, because it was like kind of copied from an from
Brave might
yeah.
die.
What?
The
What
Brave
happened?
Express might die.
Oh.
Yes. It's still hype as fuck, and honestly, it's like
What's the part
yeah, it's
that's...
Obari
Yeah.
stuff.
Of course,
I
but
don't-
like everybody uses Obari stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's why I
and,
didn't
like,
think
And
it's
Obari
doing
decided
tons-
to. And
This
Obari
is the first
decided-
time Obari's like, huh.
This is the first time Obari's ever said, "Hey, you're copying my thing."
It's like,
Like, everybody
apparently-
has.
I've been copying your thing.
apparently
for
The
he
Obari
the re-
pose is the fucking town bicycle of the fucking
he
anime worlds.
he complained on Twitter about it, but like I don't think it was ever intended to
Yeah.
be like a huge like calling out Studio Trigger don't support because they copy me like that. Like he's friends with some of the people working on Gridman. It's basically vent posting
Yeah,
on
like, that
Twitter.
kinda sucks.
But even,
But yeah,
but even,
so-
but
They
even
combine,
then, it doesn't
and
make
then the
sense.
music starts swelling up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
second verse of the theme.
Yeah.
So they
They combine.
so they-
like what was it?
so
Lightning Gridman?
the name they use I think is the
Thunder
version of
Gridman.
yeah.
No, wait, Thunder's with not Thunder.
Oh yeah, it was on Chinese Twitter, so it's like it really was not intended to reach like a huge audience.
I'm gonna look what it's called.
Wait, boy.
Hold on, I can look it up real quick.
I love how Gridman is just on the fucking Ultraman Wikia.
I think they call
I mean, he
they,
is an
Oh,
they
yeah,
called
they
it-
mentioned Ultras a bunch.
they called this form
Thunder Gridman, yeah,
Full
actually.
Power Gridman, but in the original show, Full Power Gridman was Thunder Gridman, which was all of them combined riding Dyna Dragon, which makes it unclear whether or not Dyna Dragon is going to be a thing
Well,
in.
People are thinking
This
that
or
it
not.
might
Ultra
be
figure.
Anti.
Yeah, I think Anti might become
Dyna
Dyna Dragon 2.
Yeah,
According
because
to the
like
Ultra Act figure, like the Thunder Gridman is just like the jet drill
Full Power Gridman.
and
Yeah.
the tanker.
Yeah. And yeah, it's all of them combined. He gets the sword, and it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like it. It's really great. Full Power. No, the original one is also called Full Power. Thunder is
No, yeah, Full Power is the one with
Thunder is a completely
riding.
different form, it seems. Yeah. I think Thunder was the original name for Buster. Maybe.
So
Maybe.
doesn't a particular thing?
Oh
happen?
yeah, after they beat the kaiju of the week with the fucking super
They can actually
So it's-
enjoy the festival, and it
And-
turns out the reason why they were all dreading their
because
classes
it's-
one is because it's a cross-dressing cafe or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So
And to preface, like the day before this episode came out, we were all playing Final
Fantasy 14. I had told
And
Rose,
Rose
Well, you
was
guys
talk-
were.
I told Rose about the
Rose-
bunny suit in Final Fantasy 14.
yeah, we were talking about the bunny suit in Final Fantasy 14 and how you could equip it on dudes, and I made a joke about how I wanted to see Utsumi, and I meant the Utsumi from Build, obviously. But I just basically made a joke about wanting to see Utsumi in a maid outfit.
And then the monkey
This
paw
episode-
curls
This episode aired
the day
and
after
it-
this talk.
the day after we had this talk, and there is Gridman Utsumi in a maid costume at the end of the episode.
Like literally, the monkey
Yeah.
paw curled up right when she.
I don't
said
even
that.
know if you can call it a monkey paw here, because it's not like something
It's-
particularly
I
bad
mean,
happened
It didn't,
from
Well,
it.
it
something bad
wasn't
happened,
built-
but it was misconstrued.
I don't know. I think it's just another example of
Your
me
meme
accidentally memeing my meme powers,
Yeah.
which I will get into more of the
Powers.
meme powers thing when my week comes up.
Yeah,
Uh,
but that's about all of Gridman.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
so
there is one little bit at the end where Akane is really depressed, and she's holding a knife in her hand, playing with it,
yeah.
which is never a good
Oh,
sign.
yeah.
Alexis is like, you're so much better than this.
Yeah, the ED stuff. The ED has been the ED for that episode was replaced.
It's just
It
them
used to
having
be
fun.
yeah,
the
which is
best
good
part.
because the ED itself is now creepy with what we know about Akane and
Yeah, it's
Rika's
like,
relationship.
Yeah.
Mm.
And also, we
Like-
forgot to mention Happy's Caliber.
Yeah,
Not so much
happy Caliber. Caliber has Auntie's phone number now, which
Yeah.
makes it seem likely that they will get Auntie to join the Neon Genesis Junior High students.
and become
Which-
China Dragon.
Yeah, so let's mention that that by the way that the Neon Genesis Junior High student title does not literally mean that they are junior high students. In one of the side audio dramas for Gridman, they explain what it means. It is in tribute to a group of junior high students who saved the world once, which I presume is either referring to the Gridman cast or the Samurai
SSSS.
Cyber Squad
It
cast.
could mean both.
Or both.
I think it means both.
So it's actually just
no,
a
they were
title.
actually in high school.
In
Yeah.
SSS or in
Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
Oh,
yes.
they're in high
Yeah,
school. Okay,
okay.
then it's the
They drove
original.
cars.
Yeah, then it's the original that it's in
Gridman.
relation to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
those two.
okay. Hang on.
What?
Is that why it's called SSSS Gridman?
Yes, because
Yes.
Superhuman
It's a reference
Cyber
to
Squad.
that.
Yes. Did you only just realize this?
Because the
Yes.
original series was just called Gridman.
Yeah.
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 The
that's
name of
also
that group is
Gridman.
simply
I
a
just
title
realized this.
Yeah.
chosen in memory.
Because
This has a lot of references to SSS. I mean, Superhuman Samurai. Squad.
Chosen in memory of junior high students who protected the world at the turning of the century. These students may or may not be the original Gridman
Yeah.
cast.
I also
Yeah.
looked, and Matthew Lawrence, who played the main character from SSSS, is not working on this show.
Oh,
I heard some things about how some actors are. So it's said that they hang out at cons or something.
Oh yeah, I mean Matthew Lawrence isn't really doing anything really, aside from
Yeah.
being-
And yeah,
So-
so yeah, that's the group of episodes.
that's Gridman so far. No idea where the fuck they're gonna go with this
Yeah,
because the
Is
plot
it a
has
12
been
episode
fucked.
season?
I think so.
Yeah, 12
Um,
episodes.
I'm glad we have Gridman because I was
Good.
missing having a show that just kicks my ass with wild revelations every week after
Like
Build ended.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Then,
Yes.
then next we're just coming up onto fucking news and junk.
Speaking of Build and revelations, I think we should talk about
Oh,
the
yeah, that was
News
after.
and
Crosby.
generations.
No,
Forever.
we have the
No.
Crosby Cinema and
Yeah,
fucking
I think we
Crosby.
should-
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
should talk about the Crosby Cinema.
Definitely first. Yes.
Yeah.
So Crosby Cinema. So we've got
place.
another trailer for it. Apparently Kilbus is probably going to be coming out of the white panel somehow. There is a shot of Sento with glowing blue eyes in front of another Sento who looks scared. So either that's Kilbus imitating Sento, or it's Ryuga turning himself into
Accidentally.
Sento. Either way, wild.
Wild.
Yeah.
There is confirmation that the other main build characters getting their memories back. Utsumi manages to break a metal cane over his knee, which implies spontaneous cyborgization.
Spontaneous cyberization. Yes.
Because he wasn't able to do that in the end
And
of the
He's
series.
just standing
but now
around. He's
he
like, oh shit,
can.
my dick.
Ah shit, where'd my dick go? Yeah, the poster is great. Like,
And then
'cause
he
there's a
like
bit-
he like presses a button on his thumb. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, the poster is fucking awesome, but the best part is the bit that has like Banjo, the new female lead, and Bloodstalk just
Bloodstalk
sitting there.
sitting
And
there.
Banjo looks
And
like
Banjo looks like he's so fucking
He
done
looks like he's
Bloodstalk.
he's like Patrick in that one episode of SpongeBob where he's
He's
on
like,
the fucking
he-
roller coaster.
he's like
And
at
he's
the
got-
last.
And
fucking-
SpongeBob just gave him a handshake.
He's at the end of his fucking rope with this fucking Bloodstalk asshole. It's great. Stalk also calls Banjo Aibo at some point, which is like,
And he's like, no.
I'm so excited for terrible buddy cop Banjo Bloodstalk shenanigans.
And what it seems to
This
be
is-
that probably will happen is that Banjo will absorb
Evol,
Evolt.
and that's
Like
how Evol,
Evolt absorbed Banjo at the
and
end
that's
of the
how Cross Evol happens.
and
So
that's- yeah.
the important thing about this trailer is not just the existence of the trailer itself, but is actually something that came just before the trailer, which is on 4chan's M board. Someone
Oh, geez,
claiming to have
That didn't
inside,
come out too well. On the
claiming to
stream.
work in a film production thing, some in Toei or whatever.
I'm gonna delete
They're
that,
pretty
that's
vague
pretty
about it. Claims that, among other things, first of all, they said the trailer would go up at the time it went up, and they had pictures from the trailer before it went up, so it's safe to say they have some kind of insider knowledge. Whether or not what they're actually saying is true or not is
Because there's some stuff in that made me go like, eh.
Yeah, there's some stuff.
Yeah, there's some stuff in those
fucking
that looks-
ridiculous and very hard to believe, and the only reason any of us believe it is because of the images that they were able to provide beforehand.
That were
So,
in the trailer, definitely.
yeah, they were caps of shots of the trailer. So, and they were able to give the exact time that the trailer would go up. So, what the things they say are
But
two
again,
more build.
It's hard to, after the Smash Grinch leaks.
Yeah,
it's
after
hard
the
to believe
Smash
I
anything.
can't believe anything after those.
Exactly. So, take this not just with a grain of salt, not with a pile of
Are
salt,
you
a
Smash?
mountain.
Am I Smash?
A mountain of
Become
salt.
as Smash.
So, the things
Smash
this guy
cannot
claimed.
continue. Smash cannot
First of
continue.
all, I'm going to not go in the order it said in the post because there's something I want to talk about, and that's actually the first thing he says. So, first of all, he claims Odagiri will not be returning in Zi-O because, in the words of this poster, given script called it bad. They also say that Masahiro Inoue returns in December in the movie, which is true. We know that the first episode that Masahiro Inoue is returning in is next week's, which is December.
The episode.
But that was pretty easy to guess because we'd had photos from the set of decade forms for months.
Honestly, the fucking Odagiri one's the one that's like.
He says Zi-O will have 3 movies.
The vagueness of given script called it bad is like
really funny to me, actually.
Yeah.
Considering,
because it would be more believable if he had just said he did not want to return.
Yeah. Toei, he's still looking you at. I'm sure they look. Rider Strong Zi-O perform well and will be good into Heisei era. 3 movie series begin with Heisei Gen Forever and continue to spring and summer team up with the next rider. So that's what he means by 3 movies. So apparently the spring ones aren't entirely cancelled. It's just that they aren't doing superhero Tizen ones, according to this guy.
Yeah.
So the next thing I want to say before we get into what he had to say about Sentai is that he said, if Cross v Cinema does well, 2 more build v Cinemas. Katsuраgi's story and Mad Rogue.
Honestly,
nobody buys
even memes aside, you could do Mad Rogue, but the Katsuragi one is the one I'm like.
Honestly, I think they could. I feel like Katsuragi does.
The reason I don't believe it, the reason I hesitate to believe it, is because there is no mention of anything for Greece.
I feel or
now
Rogue
with
by himself.
Cross has the entire V Cinema for himself. Rogue has the entire Hyper Battle video for himself,
and a spin-off, separate spin-off,
and a 3-part spin-off, and a 3-part spin-off.
And there has not been a single thing for Grease
that
Boy.
Grease is going to get nothing,
and Mad Rogue is going to get something,
and Mad Rogue is going to get something before Grease does.
No, I think even before that, Katsuragi is going to get.
Katsuragi is going to get something.
Well, Katsuragi is technically the main rider.
Technically,
I know.
But still,
it's really hard to believe.
Katsuragi isn't that much of a likable character.
You know what Katsuragi had? In that, if you want to go with that technicality, you know what?
An entire series.
The fucking show, Rose.
Yeah. I'm
so,
not.
Yeah, that's kind of like. I feel like the
2 characters being the ones getting the V Cinemas.
I feel like.
Of course, I'm not, because one of them is Mad Rogue.
Okay, I'm not even joking. The Mad Rogue one is fine. It's the Katsuragi one that's
even with your Utsumi list, you have to admit.
But how can they do New World Katsuragi when he doesn't exist anymore?
But
he does exist. There's New World Katsuragi.
New World Katsuragi, but he's just a dude.
Even with your Utsumi,
but I get it. They're giving the New World guys the fucking memories of the build timeline. That's the crux of the Cross one.
But why?
And there could be some weird shit that results from that because of Katsuragi and
But would,
Sento's connection.
Yeah,
Wait
like-
until I can talk.
Okay, Soraka, finish your sentence.
Rose, even with your Utsumi lust, you have to admit it makes no sense for one of the villain riders to get something before one of the 4 main heroes.
It really doesn't make much sense that they're not doing a Grease one, but like, and that is what makes me not believe this as much,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
unless this dude is omitting it being a Grease and Katsuragi v Cinema or
I
something,
Doubt it.
which I
But
doubt.
Why would it be Grease and Katsuragi?
I
That
don't
doesn't
know.
make sense.
I don't know.
Previous
I
state
have
makes
no
sense
idea
completely.
why this would be why that would be a thing. But like,
All I know is that
That's-
like I'm just waiting for the novel where Sento starts dating Misora or some shit.
I don't want this. But anyway, so I kind of want to believe this just because the idea of a Mad Rogue v Cinema is incredibly exciting to me.
Can't
Um,
And there's the thirst.
Yeah, but also
we'll just have to wait and see.
disregarding the
biggest-
thirst.
I feel like the biggest
This-
thing that'll prove this right or wrong is Odagiri coming back or not.
Even good speakers get wrong info sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, disregarding.
Odagiri just going and then chucking the script away.
Yeah, that's like super. I don't know. That seems super unprofessional. of him.
Well,
Yes, that
they're
seems,
so
yeah.
they're so vague about it. It could have not been that. It could have just been that he didn't want to because he
I don't
didn't
know,
like
the
what it
biggest
was.
thing that
Like,
also makes me feel like it's not true is that we all saw Odagiri with that haircut and the shaved
well,
hair.
the haircut being proof of him coming back to begin
not
with.
The
is-
haircut, no, it's not
It's
the
the
haircut.
shaved beard. He hasn't shaved that since like 2002.
Also, the
Yeah.
also the leaker isn't really great with English. You can tell that they're
Yeah.
clearly a native Japanese speaker.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, they're trying to sound like one.
Yeah.
So the vagueness of given script called it bad. You really can't assume
We'll just have to
how
wait. We'll just
that
have to
went
wait.
down.
Another irrelevant but fucking weird interruption,
Huh?
Yeah.
if I may. Poo found on every McDonald's touchscreen tested. Samples were taken from the new touchscreen machines
What?
that have rolled out at McDonald's restaurant across the country.
There's
In the
Every
UK.
one of them. Yeah, in the UK.
Oh, in
Every
the UK.
fucking one of them had. They tested every touchscreen. Every single one of them had traces of human fucking shit on them.
amazing.
Yeah, because
anyway,
nobody washes their hands when they go to the McDonald's bathroom.
I wash my hands.
But like,
That trace is not completely covered in it.
they metro.co.uk study with the University School of Human Sciences involved
It's fine
swabs
if we
taken
have
from
a side
8
track.
McDonald's restaurants, 6 in London and 2 in Birmingham.
It
So
is-
maybe London and Birmingham are just nasty. I don't know.
Senior lecturer in microbiology at London Metropolitan University, Dr. Paul Matawele, said, "We were all
I feel-
surprised how much gut and fecal bacteria was on the touchscreen machines.
Jeez.
These cause the kind of infections
Yeah.
that people pick up in hospitals. For instance, Enterococcus fecalis is part of the flora of gastrointestinal tracts of healthy humans and other mammals. It is notorious in hospitals for causing hospital-acquired infections."
So again, this could just be London and Birmingham being nasty. I don't know.
Yeah. Still.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
back
that's
to
a-
talking
that's a
about
toku, what this
back to
podcast is
Madro.
about.
Yes, and
Sorry
unless
for the
the
interruption. Back to
matters,
Toku.
disregarding my Utsumi thirst. I feel like Utsumi should have some kind of post-series focus because I think there's still a bit more you could do with his character arc. And that's why I'm excited about a Mad Rogue v Cinema, not just because I think Utsumi's sexy, though that is also another reason.
Again, it's not even it's the Mad Rogue one. It's the Katsuragi one that makes me more confused, to be honest.
Yeah, the Katsuragi one is weird, but I'm not bothered by that either. I do think there is stuff they could do with that one.
I guess.
Anyway, so that's what he had to say about Build and
Rider.
Zi-O.
Yeah.
What he had to say about Sentai was
The
far
really-
more
believable.
concerning and also very weird. First of all,
And not believable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ryosoga will be red, blue,
Ryusoju,
green,
yeah.
white, black with 2 girls, 3 men. Theme is dinosaurs and battleships. Series begins in January, a month later instead of December. Sentai 5-episode special to air between. Sentai in danger if Ryosoja not big success. If Ryosoja not big success, Sentai end. Sorry, again, Leaker is not very good at.
It's hard to believe. Yeah, this leaker, this leak is particularly hard to believe because Super Sentai is one of the longest running
And also,
television series
how
in the world.
I don't think they're doing too
Like
bad.
like
Sento.
Sentai and Doctor Who and like a couple others are like the longest running television series ever, and you're just gonna fucking stop Sentai.
It's a cultural like icon.
And also, I don't think Sentai's doing that badly.
Like, here's the thing. Let's say
Like-
even if it is, I'm sure Sentai is big enough to where it can stop doing it for a little bit, similar to like how Ultraman will stop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so there's more to it. On the Sentai side, Bandai hope to move production time and Ryosoja's begin will be
Enunciate, Rose.
Ryosoja's begin will be 3.17 of next year. A 5-part Sentai history show with legendary rider Rangers take place between 2 shows. And then he made another post in
Featuring Marvelous among those legendary
Sentai
Rangers,
General.
right?
Yes, but we'll get to that. There's another post he made in the Sentai General that was saying that he made a mistake and it's 4 men and 1 female on the team, and not, but the color's still right.
Yeah.
Says the Sentai performance lowest in history. Super Sentai cannot continue if Ryosoja is not success. Must perform to level of Takuja or better. Yeah, as for special, it's a special of 5 episodes and Captain Marvelous of Gokaiger returns with legendary members. Yes, Bandai hope to move Sentai for better toy competition. In reality, Ryosoja final theme not decided until very late. Ryosoja is dinosaurs and battleships. And then
If this is true, then
The
like
lowest in history part is what I think is.
the
Yeah.
lowest in history part is the stinky bullshit part. But it like if this is true, then it makes at least a mild like the only credibility is just that it makes sense.
yeah.
That, like
if-
after this big high budget 12 Rangers, alien space battles, all that stuff that Q Ranger was.
And then
the
2
next one
teams.
and then the next one you're going to do after that is a super experimental 2-team Sentai.
Lupat sales
Yeah.
are horrible.
Also
apparently?
have
Lubat sales are apparently bad. We've heard varying echoes of this that
Yeah,
like, toy
which is a
sales
shame.
for Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger are not good.
Yeah, the toys
Which-
aren't the most interesting.
Yeah.
They're
And
just
then
guns, really.
a couple days later, the leaker came back and said that there was going to be a new V Cinema announcement that day at 10 a.m. Lupin Ranger versus Pata Ranger versus Q Ranger, which is real. That was announced the day that he said it would be. So he was right on that.
But that's
and-
Kids don't
He
like
then-
the VS machines.
I
Yeah.
can
He
understand
then-
that they're just cars.
Yeah, he then
Cars
said
and
planes.
he then says that the 5-part special filming begins in 2 weeks. Many guests have returned. Toei and Bandai work hard to make Ryosoja a success. There is argument concerning themes, but Dinosaur's easy sell is hopeful. Else Sentai will come to end after Ryosoja. So the idea that they're doing another dinosaur theme because dinosaur ones are usually pretty popular, I guess makes sense because
Let's see, I know
Kyoryuja.
Just
Kyoryuja did good, and also Zi-O Ranger is the big one.
How-
Kyoryuger, Zyuranger.
How about
Abba
Zi-O
Ranger?
Ranger, I don't
Yeah,
know
how-
Abba Ranger did.
Yeah, did Abba Ranger do well toy sale
I
wise?
don't know, that
I
was
mean,
back in, like,
it's kind of
2000s.
unfair to compare since that was
I mean, that
pre-gimmick
didn't
era.
have much toys because that was like kind of made in a
Yeah.
where they
Yeah, it
didn't
was the
just have a
pre-gimmick
lot of
era.
them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they still did some toy gimmicks, like they always got a new mech right around Christmas.
Yeah.
Like the gimmick for that one was the motorization in the main body, but other than that,
Yeah, but Kyoryuja was fucking successful as hell.
Oh, yeah,
So
we know. We
Ranger
don't...
is one of the most successful Sentais like ever made.
So it's fair to assume
Dinosaurs are
that
pretty
they.
popular.
G-Ranger is definitely one of the made G-Ranger birthed Power Rangers.
Yeah, so it is fair to assume that that there is the possibility of them going, yeah, maybe we should do another dinosaur series to try and
But I feel
you know,
like it's
get
been
off
too
that-
soon
get
since
from
the
that.
last dinosaur series to do it.
also the fact that it's still Ryusoja, the name is that, despite and then it being dinosaurs kind of is
Yeah.
weird,
Like,
but
I think you could call it
Yeah.
Dinosaurs Ryu or something. But I
I
specifically
mean,
dragons.
there was a Dragon Ranger was in Z-Ranger, so
Yeah.
they've had
Hey,
dragons
hey.
and dinosaurs in the same thing before.
We'll find out in like a couple months if this is true or not.
I suppose we'll find out soon enough whether or not this guy is lying
Because if
to
it's
us or
like,
not.
if we get dragons, then yeah, this guy's full of shit. If we get
dinosaurs, Mad Rogue, Mad Rogue, Mad Rogue, Mad
and
Rogue.
everyone was sad.
Boo, Madro!
Boo.
Boo him!
No!
Boo earns. No, I'm
No!
sorry, Rose. They're not saying. They're not saying boo Mad Rogue. They're saying boo earns.
Boo
What?
Ad Rogues.
Boo Agrogues.
Hell, what if we get both dinos and What if we get dinos and dragons?
Boo Adderns.
Get out of here with your fucking dumb little straight hair, nerd.
Get out
Shut
of here
up.
with your glasses. Oh, look at me. I have
Leave him
glasses.
alone.
Oh,
Leave him alone.
I have anger issues because I was a child soldier. Wait.
Stop
Look at me, I'm
bullying me!
I'm gonna throw tomatoes at Itsumi.
No, my
Alright, yeah, now let's talk about good things.
Okay.
Let's talk about good
Throwing
things.
Okay,
tomatoes.
Alright, motherfuckers, let's start talking about Heisei Generations forever
Yeah.
now.
Am I the only one who has that issue where you accidentally say final a lot?
I've done
Yes.
that before, yeah.
I've
I do
also
that a
done
lot.
that
Coming
because
in.
it's final, but then
It's
they
forever
went-
afterwards.
It's forever.
Okay.
But then you have Sogo and Sento coming in like a PSA drug ad being, listen, please take your family to see Heisei Generations Final.
This is the end of the Heisei era.
Forever.
Forever, you said it too!
We just talked about it.
Forever.
You did
The
it.
thing is, considering it's the last one,
I know, we just said that!
But it's not.
It's forever!
It's it will.
Anyway, back to what we were saying.
Anyway, the Sogo and
Sogo and Sento are
Sense are like, hey, go watch Forever. It's the end
Yeah.
of the Heisei era.
Do it for your family.
The
And
final.
So, Heisei
you
Generation.
You can be there to tell your
You
grandchildren.
could be there or
I
be
saw Heisei Generations.
You could be
So-
there or
Did
be
it.
square.
Did it.
Heisei
Be there or
Generations Forever.
Loser.
Be there, or I will create a ride watch of your family.
They
Heisei
will no longer
Generation.
exist.
Heisei Generations Forever. So we finally got the trailer. It was way after the time of the year where they usually release trailers for those things. So here's the thing about Heisei Generations
Here's the
Forever.
synopsis.
Here's
We're all
the thing
canon to Heisei
about
Generations
the
Final!
plot.
Or Forever!
Is that
Damn it!
the plot of Heisei Generations Forever is some last action hero bullshit where
So,
Sento and Sogo are now in the real world where Kamen Rider is a TV show franchise with action figures.
they, like,
There is a
they
shot
drive-
of Sento holding a build figure and looking
And
distressed.
Sogo is driving past a poster for Zi-O.
For Geo.
Yeah. So
Oh my
our world
God.
is the Kamen Rider world without the Kamen Riders because
because
'Cause-
Super Time Jacker
Titty.
erased Kuga.
went back to the Kuga tomb.
No,
And
Kuga
he-
Cave. I like Kuga Cave a lot better.
Kuga
No,
Cave is
they
a
went
lot
to the
better.
tomb
Kuga
where they
hole.
where the archaeologists found Kuga, and made it so and did something so that the archaeologists never
And
found.
then the
Kuga.
Heisei era
And
never
the
happened.
ripple effect is that the Heisei era of Kamen Rider never existed, which the world without the Heisei era of Kamen Rider
It's just
is
a TV
our
show.
real world.
And it's just a TV show. But does that mean that?
Yeah.
Does that mean
And
that?
there's a little kid-
Does
and
that mean
there's
the
a little
Showa
kid-
era is real?
And they say
No, this is for Heisei.
secret Cold War.
I know, but,
secret
like-
Cold War files.
Like, what does that mean for Showa?
But
Don't worry about
But
that.
there's like a little kid.
Showa's real. I
there's
saw
a little kid-
Ichigo in my backyard.
But there's a little kid who loves Deno,
Yeah.
and then
loves Kamen
and then
Rider.
like monsters attack and stuff, and Momo just fucking comes out.
He's pushing people
People
around
out of the way.
And, like,
Through the
like,
crowd.
yeah, like the whole crowd's running away, and Momo's walking through the crowd.
It's a really good
He's
shot.
pushing people out of the way, which is perfect.
Yeah, because that's Momo.
Yeah.
Because that's Momo. Momo's the fucking hero of Destiny.
He's not the kind of guy who would weave through. He's like, get out of my way.
Get out of
Yeah.
my way! I'm here to save your ass.
He wouldn't say
Ore
it that cool.
Sanju.
And then
He wouldn't say it that cool. Come on.
yeah, he'd just be like,
Yeah.
"Out of the way, assholes!"
Yeah.
Out of
my
my way,
way!
assholes!
Out
The
of my
fucking
way!
heroes here.
Mizoru's seen in the crowd. Gintoku and Kazumin heard and confirmed to be in by Takeda a while back. So they're there. We don't know if Utsumi and Sawa are. I hope they are because it would be kind of
I
mean to
don't
leave
want
them out.
Utsumi in. I don't want
That's
Utsumi
fair.
in there. What I want is I want Yuki Ochi in there.
Oh yeah, we had that discussion before. We want at least one scene
With
where
a
one of the
an
actors
actor.
plays themselves, and the characters meet them and are like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's like
What they call his actor
They
to
just-
be in there?
no,
While
they
he's
just
trying
get all the
Faiz
actors
and
that are
Kaiser-
because
Faiz,
Emu's gonna be in the movie.
Well, the thing
Em-
is,
Faiz
if
and
Kuga's
Kaiser are
shit
also
got
there.
stolen,
Faiz and
then-
Kaiser in the movie. X8 is we don't know if Emu is.
And-
I said he's
and the
going to be
three-
high up in the air.
And the three monsters of the movie are
He's still
another
there.
double,
He's
another
still there today, to
Deno,
this day.
and big
Another-
CG monster, another Kuga.
Actually, there's 4 because Futaro's also
Oh
exists.
yes,
not
right.
a- yeah,
Futaro, the
Wait, I
imagined
haven't seen another
Futaros.
Kuga yet.
Which
it's-
I
it's-
think-
Let me try to get a picture.
It's big CG monster.
It's
That's
a big
what
Yeah,
CG
which I
monster
think,
is.
I think Futaro's. I think Futaro. Did they say? Hang on, we got a summary. I'm gonna go get it.
Futaros is another Deno's Imagine.
Okay, I love
So-
Deno so much.
Another Deno looks so cool because it just looks like sword form, but super
Yeah.
fucking regal.
Yeah, it's great.
With giant horns coming out of his eyes.
It's
Giant-
SIC.
Someone pointed out that in the trailer you could see Kiria's eyes light up on Emu's bike.
Yes, Kiria's eyes light up on Emu's bike, so maybe.
Or it could just
Maybe.
be like
But
In
the
that
thing
big
is,
blue
I
sky,
mean,
Kiria
Yeah,
is
can you
officially
still-
a main rider machine.
Can you still post the summary from Toku Network though, so we can like get
mean,
to it?
the
Because
thing
there's a
is,
few
yeah.
things in
It
there.
is getting stolen. Like, I mean, it's logical to presume he's coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting that another double is one of them because that may be Ren, maybe Isuda, but probably not. Another Deno, most likely we shouldn't get our hopes up for Takeru Sato returning, but
We
I
know
am.
Momo's coming back.
We should also maintain, despite the fact that none of us fully believe the leak,
The
we
leaker.
should also we like just anyway should maintain a
That,
level.
Odagiri's probably not gonna.
yeah, knowing him.
Oh yeah, a powerful time jacker named Tid
Knowing
appears. that goes to-
Odagiri, that Odagiri
Oh,
said
this is
he
the
wouldn't
this is the
come back.
summary.
That Odagiri
Another
said,
double
like, he
and
would only
another
come
Deno.
back
and
if
Awesome
the-
to see a
the
young boy
director
named
showed up.
Shingo. While Sogo Tokiwa attempts to protect him, he meets a young Kamen Rider fan named Ateru, who demoralizes the existence of the Kamen Riders. What does he mean? Meanwhile, Sento Kiryu attempts to take on Tid alone, but is brainwashed and manipulated by the Time Jacker as a result. With the mystery uncovered, Sogo and Sento head to the mountains where they must face their true enemy. So basically, point is, Sento's gonna get some weird shit happening to him again. Can we just leave
Yes,
our boy
that's another
alone?
Kuga. It's big
Yo,
CG monster.
it's an Ava.
It does kind of look like an
Yeah, I
angel.
see what you mean.
Please show
It
it
looks like
on
an-
stream
Oh, yeah,
for anyone
I'll
Put
who's.
it on
Yeah.
stream. Yeah.
Okay, no, it looks like an elite. With, like,
Yeah!
really long arms.
From Halo.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You ruined it.
It looks a bit like
Kuga.
There we go. There is another Kuga.
Yeah. There's Tid is gonna be weird and creepy at Sento. Can Sento have a fucking break?
wait, Tim.
From the people trying
Let me
to.
whisper in your ear.
He's
Yeah.
like.
Ataru the kid, the Deno fan, has the
Ataru
contract with
the kid
Futaro.
has-
I thought there were
contract
two
with
people. There's
Futaros.
one that's the kid and one that's like an adult that's like just a super fan of Kamen Rider.
No. Ataru is the kid who's a Rider fan. It's important to note in the group shots of all the riders on their bikes, the laser one has
laser
eyes.
bike gamer's eyes are present. Are
Yeah.
lit
which
up.
means that is
It's
Kiri.
probably Kiria.
Either they're just too lazy to change the thing.
But they have
Could be that. Don't forget, this is Toei.
No,
Yeah,
but
but-
they have like there's the laser ride watch. So
There's
like,
laser
didn't-
Oh
eyeless
yeah, there's
version.
apparently going to be a
didn't
special
forget.
with laser. Or
Yeah, there's
something.
gonna be a special with laser. So he may be.
Did that already happen?
No,
No.
like a Zi-O special with laser.
Isn't that the
a
hype
Zi-O
battle
with
video?
Laser.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be Zio's hyper battle video.
Okay,
Is laser show.
I'm just
And
saying.
it
that-
comes with
and
that.
that's where.
And, like they came out with the gacha, the gachapon laser ride watch, but like won't the hyper battle video come with a deluxe one, like one with the face that actually turns?
I don't
and shit?
know.
Yeah, it might just be a bonus ride watch. It's unclear. So
Because they also have like a
Uh,
picture of Kiria like next to it.
I'm very excited for Sento having a complete mental breakdown when he finds out he's fictional
When he
and
finds
Sogo.
out that the war
And then
hell
Soga's like, "Oh
and
yeah, they
shit
worship me."
were-
And then meanwhile Sogo's just breaking it the fuck down to over Quartzer,
Yeah.
while Sento's just having a complete
he's just got like
mental...
he's just got like an iPod in, just
Yeah.
listening to.
No,
all
you
the
know what
Quartzer.
you know what it needs to be is when they're having a big final battle. Somebody comes up with like a boombox and plays over Quartzer. and that's
No,
when
everybody comes up with boomboxes and plays all the themes.
all at once.
It's like
Yeah.
no, they just hold up their phones because nobody uses boomboxes anymore.
No, they just plug them all into
Well,
their iPhones.
they put a boombox so that it can be loud enough so that it becomes the background music for the fight.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
All
that
of
it'd just
them
be
at
funnier.
once.
It's like let me just hold my phone up. I'll just hold my phone
Hell
up.
of a Quartzer.
Can you guys hear it? Can you guys hear my phone?
I want to see like Sogo be like, I want to see a live version of this song, and he goes to like a concert, and it's just Waz is there,
Was
and then Waz looks.
Yes,
Yeah,
my lord.
Waz
Yes,
brings-
my lord. Yes,
Waz
my
brings-
lord. You're my king.
Box.
has the feature boombox.
And he's just singing.
Yeah. I hope that happens. There's a lot that they can do with the
With-
premise.
For one, right now we have a lot of returning actors they could
Or there's
get.
a scene where like they're having the big battle and Waz comes out and brings out Shuta, Tsuyoshi, and fucking Issa, and they start singing it.
Yeah, they got like the whole band arrangement.
No,
God.
just bring out all the artists.
No, I think it would be.
No, but the point of the joke
Okay,
I'm making is
yeah.
that Ober Quartzer plays over the fight because it's Zio's movie.
Yeah.
Yes, I know, but
They
Let's
haven't
see on
confirmed. They haven't confirmed returning at the
They have
proper
not
list of returning
officially
actors.
confirmed
They-
returning
They
actors.
have
The
confirmed-
article,
they
the
have confirmed
article
Momotaro's
confirming that
man.
Taros and Ono were coming back got taken down.
So it's
So they're
Maybe
actually
that's
trying to
probably true.
hide this.
They're actively trying to hide
like
everything.
honestly, I feel like everybody that's been in Zi-O so far has the likelihood to come back.
yeah.
'Cause, like,
And I also feel like, considering Kazumin is confirmed, I feel like Otoya is like 50-50 on coming back
Yeah.
as well. Because like when you have the guy who played Otoya right there.
you could just it's like you could have like him just take over for Kiva for a bit.
Yeah, you can have him be the Kiva rep.
Yeah.
That's actually there.
Yeah, it's like
That'll be great.
Just come on.
Or you could have him play Wataru's son or
Future
grandson or
son.
whatever.
Kill
yeah.
all the
Neo Fangai is Papa!
Papa? Why is that
Kill
so?
them all,
Why do we
Papa.
all hate that line so much?
Cause it's just Because it's like, what's the whole point of the series?
To be friends with the Fangire.
And then, Neo Fengars, Papa!
Kill them all, Papa!
Kill them
Kill them,
all,
and
even
then-
the
and then
children,
they go-
Papa.
And they go talk to the Neo Fengars, and they're like, "Oh, my king! Oh, we will please stop! No, what are you doing? Attack them!
Kill them, Papa. Kill them all.
Yeah.
No, look, that one right there has a gun. Look, he's got a gun. What
I
do you
have.
mean
This is
he's
a
got
remote control.
gun?
This is a phone.
So,
This is
So-
my iPod!
or ideally, the character that Takeda is playing in Heisei Generations Forever is not Kazumin, not Otoya, not Kiva's son, but Takeda as himself.
Takeda Kohei.
And he plays all the
and
characters
his
that he
dog,
plays.
Takeda Kohei and his dog.
Yeah, his dog.
His dog
Let
is the
Kibi
grease.
be in.
He lets the dog be grease.
Yeah, he
has
just
a
brings.
little tiny
fork
little
in
vest
the-
and
No,
a
no,
little
he
hat.
lets the dog be Ixa.
No,
He puts
What?
No,
he
the-
puts the Ixa
No,
belt
because he's
on
put the dog in the fucking grease jacket before.
yeah, he bought a
It's
tiny
adorable.
dog-sized coat for
That's
his
true.
dog.
And it looks,
Bro,
and it's a
Mark
grease
is
one. And
great.
he looks adorable.
He puts the
Yeah.
grease belt on him, and then he puts the Ixa belt on himself.
I think that's one of the things that I've always wanted. I wanted a dog Kamen Rider.
Huh?
I
What?
wanted,
Get
I
out.
want a dog Kamen Rider. Just a
Yes.
dog that turns into a Kamen Rider.
Not Fies.
Yeah, like an actual, like, normal dog. Like my
Oh
dog.
no, that's
sitting
just
right
a
here,
dog
like...
monster.
No, just a dog.
No,
No,
I
no, I'm
said
saying Fies.
no.
Yes.
Yeah, no. I was
not
the
just.
joke-
He said not just a dog monster.
I said. Yeah.
I love
Anyway,
that
here's
dog.
a picture
Yeah,
of
no.
Kibi as
No, he gets a little grease vest and like a little tiny hat that just is grease
Yeah.
his face.
Yeah.
You find Takeda Koei and he's playing and he's playing Final Fantasy 12.
He's
Bond.
like, yeah.
Not even. He's playing like a phone game.
No, he's playing. No, he's got a DS and he's playing Revenant Wings.
It's got to be something that Van is in.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's gonna be. He's
He's
gonna
like,
be playing
yeah.
Dissidia on his PSP.
He's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Or-
that's me.
You remember the PSP?
He just pulls out a. He just has like a mobile setup for a PS4 and is playing.
Hey, Inakai, Okuno, check this shit out.
It's me.
It's me.
And
Playing
Sego and
Zodiac-
Sento's
playing
like,
Zodiac Age
what?
on a PS4.
What's a video game? And Emu's like, let me tell you about video games.
No,
Let me tell you.
Sogo's like,
Let me
tell you about says-
video games.
Sogo says, "What's a video game?" And Inakai's like, "Didn't you literally have that?" Sento's like, "Didn't you like fight another X-Aid?" And he's like, "Yeah, I still don't know what a video game is though."
And then Emu's like, you all heard about video games? And then Sento's like,
Hey, y'all heard about video games?
I was making the reference to the Penny Arcade thing where he's like,
Don't you mean
Oh.
Control Alt Delete?
The
Oh,
control.
yeah,
things
Control Alt
like
Delete,
that.
yeah.
Video
Y'all hear about
games-
video
Penny
games?
would never make something so drivel.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
yeah, I don't know about that one. They've made their own dribble thing before.
Yeah, there's a couple other things about Zi-O. Another ghost is coming up, and he's
nope.
got hair, which is weird.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it
The
looks
ghost
really
has
good, but he-
silver hair.
And
punk
Decade
rocker.
armor is happening. Decade is coming
Decade.
back. Masahiro Inoue is here. He's
And
working with the
Decade,
Time
fuck
Jackers.
Ghost, Decade 2.
And he is going to be a reoccurring character in more than just this arc. So Decade 2 confirmed happening. He has a new driver, which is the Decade driver, but like magenta, and it has like the symbols of the Phase
Magenta
2
and
driver
black.
too. Yeah. It's not quite the same magenta as Decade, which is annoying, but it's like it's close enough.
It's the same as his camera.
Yeah, it's great. I'm excited, very excited for the return of Tsukasa Kadoya day drinking and refusing to help the current rider.
And actively hindering the current writer.
Yeah.
And
Like,
also, is it just because there's more black on the suit?
A little bit. I didn't see it.
Okay, so what it is that the belt, the first Deca driver had like the white face and silver handles, and the new Deca driver has a pink face and
And
black
black.
handles.
Yeah, I see it.
Well,
Mhm.
yes, but like it feels like that.
But
I
the,
think
the,
that-
the belt is always the centerpiece of the suit, and so your eyes are drawn to it, and so like that's where you get the impression that there's more black on the suit.
Yeah,
There it is. There's the boy. Special boy.
he's back and he's gonna turn into Build.
And
And also
Ghost.
Ghost.
He, Xbox, she, girl, exclamation point. Girls, not video games, not. Girl, video games, hell, breasts, question mark.
Do you guys pronounce question mark as huh or question mark?
It depends.
It depends.
Yes.
I do it as question mark.
I thought I'd be really angry at the Gaiman Ghost arcs of Zi-O, but it turns out the Gaim arc is actually really fun because of how fucking ridiculous and hard to understand
yeah,
it
it's
was.
pretty crazy.
When
Yeah,
it was
like,
released.
Ghost Arc has decade.
Decade 2, baby.
It's happening.
So again, Rose meme powers joked
That's
about
not
Decade
true.
2 for months.
You.
Joked about Zi-O being Decade 2.
People have joked about Decade 2 for years.
No, I know, but
Yes, but
now Decade 2 is literally happening in Zi-O.
It's so
And
good.
now,
decade,
let's-
yes, I don't think we've talked
Yeah.
fully in. Have we talked fully in depth about Decade 2's design?
I have the picture on the stream.
Yes, but as you can see on the picture, the new Deca driver has 18 symbols of Kuga, Agito, Ryuki, Faiz, Blade, Hibiki, Kabuto, Den-O, Kiva, Double, O's, Forze, Wizard, Gaim, Drive, Ghost, X-Aid, and Build.
Oh.
yeah, he
And
can
as
turn
you
into
know,
all of
and-
them.
Right.
And if you're using the picture I think you're using, as you can see,
He's holding a
he's
build.
holding a build card.
So yeah, somehow, which I think is gonna happen in Heisei J Forever,
Hey,
he
say
gets an
Jay.
Hey,
I said
say,
Jen.
hey,
Heisei Gen Forever. He's gonna get it because
Heisei
in the trailer, in
Generation
Heisei Gen Forever, he's still using the old one.
That's true.
Yeah, we see Decade is going to be in his
And
he's
Gen
using the
Forever
old
as well.
What if this is
And-
another Tsukasa?
Another.
No, not another decade, another Tsukasa.
Because he's still Tsukasa.
They put another rider ride watch in someone and they just turn into Masahiro Inoue? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he's like,
Yes.
Yes.
nice being in this body.
Yes.
Alright, where are we going? And, yeah, that's about it for...
Toku.
Rider.
Well, we also talk about the Decade armor looks cool. That's about it.
Yeah, Decade Armor.
Decade armor looks cool, and we've seen shots of Sogo using the Decade armor, and the face is like a screen that changes to whatever the thing is, and also his arms and legs fully change into whatever rider form he's using,
Yeah,
rather
like...
than just like a
Yeah.
facsimile like all the rider armors.
Yeah. Okay,
And also the barcode across his chest
is something.
changes
Okay,
to the
this is
title
something
of
that you
whatever
guys put in the
it's
docket that I'm very concerned about.
What is it?
Climax Scramble Esports.
Yeah!
Yeah!
I don't know what this is about. I haven't heard about this, and you guys
Yeah,
seem
talk
very
about
excited
it.
to talk about it.
I don't know what this is either. Please enlighten us.
Right.
Yes.
So I didn't watch the video, but I've heard about it from people. Apparently, they're doing some fucking esports shit with Climax Scramble.
So,
Yeah,
the Switch
Kamen Ri-
version.
Kamen Rider League is what it is called, and
Kamen
there
Rider
is a
League.
reveal trailer for it.
I will
I
watch
am
that
not-
later.
Sure on what it is. Have not watched it myself. Cannot watch it at the moment.
Yeah.
I'll watch this now, and I'll just. It's 1 minute.
Yeah.
Live.
And tell
We're
us.
doing it live.
I'll mute myself so I can watch it.
Yeah, tell us what happens, lad.
Hang on. This is just footage from the
Actually, can't.
Climax Fighters intro.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
From the Climax Fighters reveal trailer.
Yeah.
And also, I've seen this guy's channel before, and so I'm
Wait,
not sure
is
if
this-
this is a real thing.
Let me look.
Not an official thing. This is
Yeah,
from-
I'm not sure if this is an official thing.
Charles.
Yeah, but I don't care if it's a fan thing or not. I find it interesting that they're doing this.
For years, sports fans have...
I feel like maybe this is just a joke, maybe.
It's not
I
a
don't
joke because they
think
actually show off like team names and stuff.
Esports, 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 esports. I hope Ijima's on one of the teams, but he's just in character as Genius Gamer M the whole time.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, that's about it for that.
One of the teams is just called Team Shocker.
It's just a whole bunch of the grunts of going like yelling.
That would be so fucking nuts because they would be doing Kyle, and it's like, no, what are you doing?
You can't do that. You can't put actual Nazis.
It's fine.
It's in context.
We've always had them.
Anyway, so next on the docket is
Moving the fuck on.
I think that's it for Toku, and we're
Weeks
yeah.
/ months.
So
So
who has the least to talk about? Because I feel like Rose should go last, since she has the most.
okay,
I
fair
have
enough.
I do because I've barely done anything.
For the past
I've
month.
also barely done anything.
Okay, you guys go.
Sano, how about we just barely do anything together because there's not much for us to talk about besides like maybe
I mean,
like
we had
14?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving was fun.
For you guys in America.
Do you guys mind if I crunch for a
Yeah,
second?
it's a good one.
Do you guys mind if I
What?
crunch?
Huh?
Do you guys mind if
That's
I crunch for
fine.
a second? I'm hungry.
I'm about to crunch
Okay.
too. I'm hungry. Be right
Okay.
back.
We've been playing 14. 14's
Yeah, we've gone back into that.
So, is that about it?
We finally figured out when we're going to all play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay!
We're
Nice.
going to do it next Tuesday. Yay!
I might
So
stream it.
tune in if you want to see us go through the lost mines of Philandar.
Van Delver.
Bendelver.
Yeah.
RMH, you want to go next?
But that's about it for us.
Yeah.
Well,
What have you done for the past month?
I found a working copy of the Spider-Man 2 game at my
Nice.
local
Does it
thrift
still have the
store.
pizza theme in it? Is that still working?
Yes. Yes. And no, wait, I think I mentioned, and I mentioned it in like the actual, and I've mentioned it before to you guys, but a DVD of Sky High.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
The original My Hero Academia.
Yeah, I was about to fucking say. The original Hero Aka.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
copy of Die Hard Vendetta.
Oh
Mm.
yeah. Is that one good?
The video
GameCube.
game, right?
Oh.
Yeah. The one that is not canon anymore because it had John McClane's daughter grow up to become a cop and
Yeah.
not be Ramona Flowers.
Anything else?
I also managed to find. Also,
And it had
turns out
Hans
EB
Gruber's
games are stocking-
son
Shut.
as villain.
What RMH?
EB Games are apparently stocking Gunpla kits now.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait,
Picked
what?
up an
Fucking
H2.
Gunpla?
EB Games.
EB Games.
That thing doesn't exist in America.
Ooh.
Canada's
GameStop.
Can-
But yeah, picked myself up an
Japanada.
Canada's GameStop.
As I was saying, picked myself up an H2 Magnum.
Cool.
Pretty good.
Cool.
Dead.
But the
Oh,
variety was like super
Sorry.
lacking.
What's
Mm.
As in, there
Raku?
were only.
Never mind.
Oh.
I thought Armage was done.
Okay.
Oh yes, and important new.
What-
Well,
what
wait.
is it?
I should probably save that for later.
No, this is it. The time.
This
to
is
say
it.
Okay, yeah, the DMC5 Collector's Edition.
What?
Yes.
Did you buy it?
No, it's
But it's been revealed.
Oh.
yeah.
What's it come
It's
with?
just not.
It
It's
comes
prob-
with. It comes with.
Well, hang on. I've got an image of it. Give me.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the one that comes with the jacket.
No, we're talking about the
No.
one. No, the one for human beings.
Okay. Not crazy rich people.
It comes with like a
Block
big trunk
poster.
case,
A
big
replica
poster with
Oh, it
what
comes
appears
with
to
a fucking replica fucking truck.
of
a
the
bumper
van,
sticker.
a bumper sticker, a big
A pin
poster,
in-
a big poster with from left to right Trish, Dante, V, Nero, and Lady.
And
Nice.
Nico in the van.
Good.
And
Yeah.
Nico and
Post
Bam
a pin
behind them.
that's stored inside a replica of V's book,
Nice.
Yes.
an art book, and the deluxe edition.
Nice.
The deluxe edition of the game.
Rejoice!
This truly
Serious-
is DX.
Seriously though, V and Woz are the same character. Prove me
Are
wrong.
they?
Yeah.
Ian was in this-
They basically are.
I feel like was I feel like
Mysterious
V is more
man
emo.
with but well yeah, Waz is just
mysterious twink with book.
Yes.
With
Waz-
curly hair.
V is just white Waz.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, that's all you got, RMH?
I mean, Virgil is basically gay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except cooler
Mm.
because Gate sucks.
No,
Anyway,
you.
I guess it's my turn. Are you done,
Yes.
RMH?
Yes.
Just want to make sure.
Oh yeah, and also picked up a copy of Pop Team Epic from my local bookstore.
Nice.
Cool.
With the manga or the anime?
The manga.
Oh, nice.
Zed, are you going now?
Oh, okay, I guess I'm done.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
And
that
I
wait,
guess-
hang on.
oh,
Pardon me. Didn't Soul Calibur 6 come out while we were on our
no,
big hiatus?
no, I remember you guys talked
No.
about it last time.
Yeah, you
That's
talked about
right,
it last
That's
time.
right. Yes. Okay.
All right, I almost forgot to mention. Like, I also got. You mentioned you got to progressing in Xenoblade 2.
Yeah, I just got it a couple days ago.
Okay, like I've also made some progress. Like, just started chapter 7.
I'm on chapter fucking 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I started a couple days ago.
Rose is apparently turning into a Xenomorph. The mention of Xenoblade 2.
Anyway, okay. Anything else, RMH?
Nope.
Okay, and it is my turn, and this is more of a thing that because, like, over the past month, I have made some changes.
You cut out what?
Oh, over the past month, I've made a lot of changes with my, console lineup, and some of the technology I have in my bedroom. First off, I have a 4K TV now, because my brother gave it to me,
Nice.
because he didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And, I have a PS4 Pro now.
Nice.
And I think the biggest change is that I have a Switch now.
Ooh, nice.
And,
Nice.
I have
Double nice.
since I have gotten the Switch, I have beaten both Super Mario Odyssey and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Good.
And
Good Switch games.
for Black Friday, that was a couple days ago. I bought Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Bayonetta 2. And,
One of those is good.
yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
And
Oh,
Bayonetta-
fuck you!
I mainly said that to spite Rose.
Hey, Xenoblade 2 is good.
Is it?
Yes.
It's that right.
Is
level.
it?
I like it. I
Yes.
like it. It's that
Is it?
It's that right level of anime for me.
Eh,
Like,
I don't know.
There's Welsh people in it.
yeah, Welsh cat.
Yeah.
Oh well, a Welsh person.
There's Welsh cat girl.
Yeah,
And
I
for
know.
one, I'm also
She's the
playing in
only...
Japanese.
And there's also, and I think Morag is Welsh.
I don't know who that is.
She's like one of the coolest characters in the game.
Oh no, she's Scottish.
Close enough.
She's
She's
the
Welsh.
she's
No,
the-
it's not.
She's a
There's an
Welsh-
entire other country between Scotland and Wales. It's called England.
Yeah, but she's Welsh.
Yeah.
It's all the same British stuff.
Morag?
No, oh, I thought you were talking about
No,
Mia.
we're talking
Sorry.
about Morag. She's the one with the cool hat and the two swords.
Yeah, it's a T-pusher's eye.
So far,
Yeah, the whip swords.
yeah.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
So far, I'm liking. I have a couple problems with the game, namely with the combat system.
Yeah, the combat isn't as fun as Xenoblade X's was for me.
It's
Which I think is the main...
The main problem I'm having with it is like some of the fucking encounters are annoying. Like I just
Yeah, honestly,
last
the
time-
reason I dropped Xenoblade 2 wasn't even, like, frustration with the story, though that was a factor. The main reason I dropped it was frustration with all the gameplay differences between it and the previous games. Like, they
Well,
may be small, but
I
I
haven't
just
played
don't
any
like
of
a
the
lot of
other
the changes they
games.
made. And it feels a lot more tedious than the other
I
two.
haven't
Like,
played any
the
of
way...
the other games, so I guess I don't really have a.
Like, the way the gathering spots work is really annoying now.
They didn't seem that annoying to just go up. To
I
it
mean,
and press
considering
the-
they've removed the Collectopedia, though, there's no real reason to do it besides side quests.
Yeah, which is why I kind of I'm not a fan of that. I like the Collectopedia.
Oh, I agree.
So I don't know why they did that.
But I also got a couple.
Also, HB is not in the video game, and therefore it is worse.
I don't know.
I know there is a Megane in Xenoblade 2, but I don't like him. He
seems-
looks like shit. I'm not into
And
that.
he's also kind of a dick.
He's kind of a bitch. Because like I kicked his ass and he starts getting his ass kicked. He's like, what's going on?
It's like, nah.
Why am I losing?
You gotta be.
this?
There's specific brands of coward that I'm into, and that's not really. And like Kageyama tier is like, nah.
It's like my plan's not working.
Uh-oh.
But the waifus are
For
good.
anyone who
Waifus
doesn't
are
know
good.
what HB from Xenoblade X looks like, can you please
post
show
it.
that on stream for a
The-
moment?
The whitest piece of toast I've ever seen.
Shut up. He's not.
Anyway, continue. What else you got, Zed?
I also bought a couple games on the PS or the fucking Jesus. That comes out really bad because it comes out as just like the image inside of a really big black box.
It's fine.
I'll just keep it up for a couple seconds so you can see them, and I'll delete it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Anyway,
I
you got games
bought
off?
I bought Puyo Puyo Tetris for my Switch.
Nice.
That's fun.
Good.
And I played the
Oh.
adventure mode, and that has like a really big spike in difficulty.
Oh, it does.
Like I got to the end of chapter 2, and it took me like 2 hours to beat him. The boss of chapter 2. And it's like, what the fuck? Why is it so hard suddenly?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's kind of ridiculous that it's chapter 2, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
It's like, oh, I don't know how to chain Poyos. Then perish.
Then perish. And it was a Tetris
Just-
fight, and it's like, the dude just like keeps getting Tetris. I'm like, what the fuck? How's he doing it?
Just need to ask something, Zed.
Sure.
Did you get the DLC pass?
For Xenoblade?
Xenoblade.
I did not.
Yeah.
I did not.
You should.
I should?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because from what I've heard, like, the DLC removes, like, the gacha mechanics.
Really?
Like, in the DLC expansion story.
Oh yeah, isn't that? I think I've heard that you're supposed to play that after.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fuck that.
Anyway, but
No, I'm just saying, like...
yeah.
And also it gives you
I'm
a ton of
liking
explore
Xenoblade
crystals.
so far. It's that right level of anime for me. That stupid, like, really moe anime bullshit.
Trust me, it keeps getting better.
Yeah, like, I really
Wait
like
till you get to-
Poppy's cute.
What's the guy that likes turtles?
Poppy's cute.
Zeke?
I already met him.
Yeah, I love that
I
guy.
already met him. He's cool. I only saw him in his introduction scene, but I already like him.
Zeke's great.
Zeke's cool.
Zeke, the one-eyed monster. Which, that's
Yeah.
I'm surprised that that's in a Nintendo game.
I mean, it's rated.
fine.
It's rated T, so it's fine. They
So,
say
And
bitch.
considering, you know, they say...
Anything else? Anything else?
they're literally calling
I
it.
bought West of Loathing, which is a fun little indie game, cowboy indie game with like stick figures.
Sequel.
Aw.
Yeah,
Yeah, no need for Red Dead 2 when there's that.
yeah. You just play West of Loathing, and it has like the best. Like at the beginning of the game, you can find a book that gives you stupid walk, and it's like it gives you a whole bunch of like ridiculous animations for your walk cycle.
Sequel to Kingdom of Loathing.
Important PSA. If you're the kind of person who is objectionate to the crunch that Rockstar did with Red Dead 2, not buying the game is actually a detriment to that.
I don't know about that.
No,
Let's
because
not talk
no,
about
because
this.
Yeah, let's
no,
not get
because
into this on the
bonus.
podcast,
This is
please.
not a Toku thing.
Anyway,
This is not a Toku
Fine.
thing, and it will get very heated if we get into
Yeah.
this, because I have
Yeah.
I have my own
feelings
on
about
too.
that.
Let's avoid our discussion.
But I also bought Death Road to Canada, and I haven't touched that yet, but it is on my Switch.
Okay.
And
Is that it?
trying to think of what else.
Oh, right! I also forgot to mention two things.
No.
Huh?
What? You keep
Like,
forgetting
all
to
the time.
mention things, RMH.
I'm
Everyone-
sorry!
We always. It's not
It's-
just. It's
it's
everyone.
literally-
always
Nobody.
forgets.
forget-
I'm just
forget
saying.
too.
It's
I
like you
would've-
said,
I
like,
would
oh,
have
I
for-
forgot to say like 7 times.
It's just,
I would have
it's
forgotten
literally
too if
been
I
a month.
remembered.
Okay, say
Right,
what you want to
well,
say.
But yes,
Anything happened.
I finished Valhalla for the first time,
Oh, cool.
Nice.
but
That's
I
the
got
robot.
bad end.
That's the robot bar thing, right?
Yeah, waifu bartending.
Yeah.
But as I said, I got the bad end.
Oh no.
Oh.
But hey,
Oh,
that's
no.
what New Game Plus is for.
And what else?
And also, I forgot to mention that my bookstore also had copies of Nier Automata Long Story Short.
Oh,
Ooh.
cool. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
I think it's like collection of the side material.
Oh,
Nice.
I see. That's cool.
So if everyone else is done,
I think I'm done. Yeah. There's not.
I
much
have
else.
I
things.
am.
I bought a
Okay.
couple games on Steam, but they're not much to mention.
I have things to say.
Okay, what are you gonna start with first?
Rose, it looks like you have something to say. Do you?
Why don't
Yeah.
you start with the reason why we haven't done this podcast for
Right. So, for like a month, my computer was out of commission. What happened was me and my brother were watching an episode of Middle Manager Tonegawa. We were trying to catch up on all the anime we were watching, and the computer turned off in the middle of the episode and would not turn back on. The next day came, we dusted out the inside of the computer, tried to turn on. Nothing would bring it back. We even tried replacing the fuse in the plug. It did not come on. So we figured it was probably a broken power supply. Luckily, it was still under warranty, so we could just send it off to John Lewis, the retailer we bought it from, and they would send it off to the guys who repair it, and hopefully we'd get it back in like a week or two. So we sent it off. A couple weeks pass, and we get a call from the repair thing. They ordered the wrong part. So I'm not sure how many different versions of like power supply parts there are, but apparently they ordered one that didn't fit with the one this computer had. So they said they would be trading that part for another one that would go work in the PC, and they would have us top of the queue when they get that part on the Friday after that. That Friday arrives and goes, and they don't immediately tell us that the PC has been fixed because apparently they got the wrong part again.
How do you?
They managed to somehow, after checking presumably that this one didn't work with the PC and presumably finding out which ones would, they somehow managed to order the wrong part again. And it takes them until literally the day before John Lewis's would have to like call them and be like, "The fuck, get on that shit right now," or your because like that's the contract how it was. They had that length of time.
Yeah.
It seems less like they were actually ordering the wrong part, and more like they were just putting
Stalling
off
for
fixing
time.
it. And I feel maybe that's because they had, like private customers who were paying directly to get their stuff fixed that they wanted to do first. I'm not sure exactly why. But point is, it took fucking forever for my PC to get back due to no fault of my own.
And we missed podcasts for the last month.
Well, the first week I
because
don't
of-
think we would have done because I was super sick.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah, that was the other problem, was that Zed was sick. I could have done it on my phone, but there were problems.
It's the second week that was like, that one was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, finally my PC is back. Everything's back to normal. I have my Utsumi folder, all is well. While I was out of, while my PC was out of commission, and a bit before that, but I don't think I mentioned it on the podcast, is I got really into something called Hypnosis Mike Division Rap Battle, which is
an anime,
Which
an
I
anime
do-
that's just Fujo based.
It's not an
I
anime,
do
it's
have
like a...
I do have to explain what it is, so I can lead into one of my con stories, because I also went to a con this Sunday.
Oh yeah, this
so
is
you have
part
to
of
explain-
like one of the confirmations of your meme powers.
Yes, this is related to this is related to that. So
Rose's
Hypnosis-
mean magic.
Hypnosis Mike is a rap song project and CD series launched by Evil Line Records, a sub-label of King Records. It is also kind of a multimedia thing, because they're also having like they have like 3 mangas going with it. There's stuff on its YouTube channel. There's like drama CD stuff that they do. I don't know if they'll ever do an anime. They are doing a mobile game. They haven't said whether it's a gacha or not, but that's the thing I wanted to mention is if it is a gacha, I will absolutely end up playing it despite my dislike of gacha games.
Oh god.
For one reason and one reason only, and that is the character named Iruma Juto.
Give me a
Now,
picture.
let me get. Oh wait, no, I have pictures of them saved. Let me provide
course.
you
Go for
with a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's anyone who knows
course you
anything
have
about
pictures
me,
saved.
simply looking at Juto will give you a pretty clear idea of why I'm into this series. And yes, I did initially see Juto getting drawn by some fan artists and was like, I don't know who this character is, but he's sexy. And then I slowly...
Rose's first introduction to this character was through porn.
Not exactly. It was through other fan art of him, and it just
Let's
happened
round,
that the
let's
first...
round
Yeah,
up
no,
that
no,
explanation.
Like, it's
and say-
specifically the combination of the hair and the glasses.
Let's
The-
round up
the
that
gloves are-
explanation
the
and
gloves
say
help.
yes. How about that?
The gloves and the suit help.
Yeah.
Anyway, point is, his whole design is like prime rose bait. It's
Like
kind of
prime.
ridiculous. So I got really into Hypnosis Mike. I bought a charm of Juto, which I have on my phone, dangling off my phone case now. It's really fucking big. It's like the size. It's like
Of your
way
hand.
bigger than I was expecting when I ordered it. It's like not quite the size of my hand, but it's like it covers quite a
Size
bit of it.
Small Polaroid.
Here's a picture of me holding it.
Our
it's-
first
it's
images
pretty
of
big.
Rose.
Of Rose's hands.
Yeah.
Live
Really
cryptid
Joe
imagery.
hands.
So
Is it alright if I
So-
post the hands to the stream?
yeah, that's why I posted it so
Okay.
they could see. It's pretty
big.
goddamn big.
It's a
It's taller than a full bottle is. Just doing a quick comparison. So before the charm arrived on Sunday, I went to a con, Birmingham Comic Con, and the main reason I was going was because there was a Power Rangers panel there, which was the
Which was,
Crimson, Dark Blue Rangers from Ninja
the
Storm,
Crimson and Navy Rangers from Ninja Storm,
Yes.
and West
And
from
West from Time Force. Yeah, it was.
Yes,
it was
Virgil.
Carter and Blake. That's the name of the
What? No, not,
thing.
not. I don't think not Virgil. I think that's the.
No.
Is it Virgil?
no,
Oh, it's the guy
Titan
with-
Fire is
No, West.
Quantum
the Red
Ranger
West
is
is-
Virgil.
Quantum
Wes
Ranger's
is the.
the
Wes
Rich
is the
kid,
guy with
Red
the
Ranger.
weird.
Yes.
Wes is Red Ranger. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
He
So-
he also does mocap for Resident Evil for Leon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Uh,
I went to this con, and on the way there, in the car, I was joking to my brother, if we see a Juto cosplayer, you're gonna have to hold me back. Like, I didn't expect to see one. I didn't expect to see anything Hypnosis Mike related because it's still
she
kind
saw
of. obscure.
no Hypnosis Mike.
I saw no
anything
Hypnosis Mike say
except
anything.
for
except
one
one single Juto cosplayer.
What was he playing? Melee or
Huh?
something? You said he was playing
No.
something.
No.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
It was the
said that
DMC
she
It
said
was
that
the
she
Devil May
saw
Cry
the-
cosplayers who were playing Smash Bros.
oh.
Yeah, she said she saw them playing, and then she saw the Judo cosplayer, and then played Smash.
Yeah.
Not
So
saw the
the
Judo
thing about
cosplayer
the
playing
thing about
Smash.
the Juto cosplayer is they were actually sitting down like right outside where the Power Rangers panel was going to be, so I just happened to see them. I was like, wait, and it took me a second
It was
to actually
destiny for you to
comprehend.
see this.
Wait, that is a Juto cosplay. It has to be. They have the gloves and everything. And I went down. I had to confirm. I was like, that's Juto,
Juto,
right? And yeah, I was actually surprisingly normal about it. I was actually genuinely worried I was gonna start like being
Fangirl.
like that, but
Slobbering all over
yeah,
the
just.
person.
I managed to be pretty normal about it. I asked them for a picture. I did not ask for a picture of them stepping on me, at least partially because my brother was
No,
not there to
yeah.
take the photo.
Yeah.
But I did see a Juto cosplayer, and that was very nice. They were with a group of friends who were also cosplaying, but none of them were cosplaying as Hypnosis Mike characters, which is it's just weird to me seeing like one and not seeing like a group cosplaying as one of the teams
What
because
are
it's
the
like
rest of them cosplaying as?
I don't remember honestly. I do not remember.
Yes, because your entire memory was taken up by Jude.
Yeah, I was kind of tunnel
Hyperventilating.
visioned in. Yeah.
Yeah,
all of your energy was taken to not just
to not weirding them out. Yeah.
I was gonna say a bad thing.
Yeah. Then the Power Rangers panel happened. It was fun. There was some interesting stories they had. The Navy Ranger mentioned they would they had, because they did the motocross stuff in Ninja Storm. There was a time where they like had him like on a bike on the beach, and the way he told it was like something took hold of him. He just started accelerating it really fast and just like screaming. And after he just like he was getting as fast as the waves, is how he described it. It was just like super fucking fast. And like he just said that after that they didn't let me on a bike again. Like, yeah. I think the panel was being streamed on Facebook Live or something, so you might be able to find it. I did not ask a question. I didn't have anything really to ask because they already brought up stuff about Megaforce and Ninja Steel. I was going to ask what was the deal with the directing in Ninja Steel, but I felt that would be a little rude, so I didn't.
Yeah.
Because it would kind of come off as like a, hey Wes, why was your acting in Ninja Steel so
did you
bad?
act like Shatner?
Which would be rude. So I didn't.
Did you ask them anything?
I didn't. I said
them about it.
Nah. So apparently both the Crimson and Navy Rangers actors were big fans of Time Force, so it was nice to see
them like, yeah, you're Wes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cute. There were a couple Power Rangers cosplayers there, including someone cosplaying as, the main villain of Dino Charge.
Yeah.
Not sure why they picked that when they could have picked one of the Kyoryuger designs, but whatever.
Or Mesogog.
I think the question you have to ask the question. Sometimes you have to ask the question with Power Rangers fans: that are they also Super Sentai fans?
I don't know,
because it's not all the answer is not always yes.
Yeah, but so that I don't really have much to say about the panel besides it was fun, and they did mention that they would want to return in Beast Morphers.
If they get the opportunity, yeah.
If they get the opportunity, yeah. No real details about Beast Morphers, of course, because none of them really know anything about it, which is fine. I didn't go there expecting it, but that's happened. My con haul is literally 3 keychains or charms I bought. King Cobra and Tsuchinoko from Kimono Friends and Ultraman X, which means I probably should watch Ultraman X because
it's a good Ultraman.
And now I own a charm of him, so
I still gotta watch Geed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Sorry, don't you mean Geed?
I did find a Cross figure and the Akiba Ranger figure arts, but the Cross figure was not figure arts stuff. It was something else, so I didn't get it.
It was the crane grab one, right? The prize figure?
Like the vinyl one?
I think
it's the prize. It's
the
prize.
UFO catcher.
The box is like in 90% Japanese, so I don't really know.
Yeah, it was one of the UFO catcher ones.
So, anything else you want to talk about, Rose?
So, anything else I want to talk about? Final Fantasy 14 is fun.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? Let's talk a little bit about 14. Let's all talk a little bit about 14. How about that?
I need to fucking log in today to do my daily stuff at the Golden Saucer so I can fucking dress my character up in a Playboy Bunny outfit.
Yep, you do.
Your character, which is Urataros.
Yeah.
No, my character, which is Urataro's Kamen Rider, is his name. Please.
Rose.
Please say his name right.
The point is you created Urataros as a cat boy.
Yes, Urataro's Kamen Rider. That is his name.
Yes, get it right.
Anyway,
There's not much to talk about. You guys
There-
haven't. You guys have touched like.
I
third.
enjoy the game. It feels like the Old Republic it feels like Star Wars: The Old Republic with more polish and less voice acting.
It's definitely.
Don't worry, you'll get most voice acting as it goes.
It's definitely the most fun I've had playing an MMO because most of the other MMOs I've played have been questionable quality. DCUO.
And I'm guessing solo.
Oh, this is something that makes World of Warcraft look like an embarrassment. And, just how
A little,
archaic it
yeah.
is.
Well, I mean, they've been using the same models in fucking World of Warcraft since 2003.
Well, no, they've been updating the models like every several
Slightly,
years.
but they're still basically the same.
Kind of.
But
Yeah.
No, they actually, as a matter of fact, you say that they're coming out, or they're either coming or have recently come out with like
Warcraft
new
Classic.
models for the Worgen.
Oh. But
the werewolf people.
what was I gonna say? I'm guessing you played all those other MMOs solo also.
I mostly would play free ones or
Yeah.
ones free to start because I am not
Yeah.
someone who buys a sub immediately for it. However, I did pay for a month's subscription of DCUO at some point, and I'm not quite sure why I did that. Because I
my
never
question was,
have
were you
been
playing with people like.
playing with people. I had people I would play DCUO with sometimes, but then also sometimes I just play it on my own.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure why I spent so much time playing that.
Because you're
It is not a good
trash.
game. I do not recommend it.
Do you
It's
like DC
free.
Comics all that much?
No!
Then why were you playing in DC Universe Online?
Because
It was
initially
free.
some friends at secondary school told me they were doing Gridman. I was like, you know what, I might as well I might as well play this. I'm not a big fan of DC, but like a superhero MMO is something I'd
Part of
be
me wants
into.
to say you guys should try the Old Republic, but then the other part of me is like, yeah, but the Old Republic kind of sucks if you don't.
We
if you
have
don't have a
14.
subscription. No, but it's like the Old Republic is one of those where like it's extremely limiting. If you don't like, even more so than 14, it's extremely limiting.
Oof.
Actually, no, you can like do the things, all the vanilla things you can do in the Old Republic, but like you level slower and
Yeah.
you level slower and like you have less access to like equipment things, and like you like can individually get unlock all the equipment things, but like, and you have the typical MMO, like you have a limited amount of money you can carry.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
the thing. But the Old Republic, if you're playing with a subscription, is actually like entertaining and stuff, and it's the vanilla story, the base game story, not the expansions, but the base game story is written by pre-Andromeda BioWare.
Oh.
So, like, the story is actually like, well, there's 8 classes, and each class has its own story. There's 8 classes for each faction: the Republic and the Galactic Republic and the Sith Empire. And each class has its own story, and some of the Republic Trooper and the Jedi Consular's stories are kind of weak. But the Jedi Knight story is the Jedi Knight story is every idea they had, is the majority of the ideas they had for Knights of the Old Republic 3. The smuggler story is hilarious. Hilarious and stuff. The Sith warrior story is fucking super awesome. The Sith Inquisitor story is also somewhat hilarious and awesome. The bounty hunter story is cool, and the Imperial agent story is like this cool spy thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. But again, like the only issue is that like if you want to really get your worth out of it, you have to subscribe.
Yeah, I gotta pay up the cash money.
And I do not have the money to be subscribing to more
two.
than one
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So
I probably should like try and get 14 on my laptop.
It might work. If you have a PS4,
Yeah,
you can just play it on that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, but I already have an account set up on my PS4 that hasn't been used in ages.
oh,
I mean, you could just like reset it. Like you could put a different account to it. But,
I mean, if my laptop can run Payday 2, then it can probably run 14.
Probably.
It could probably run 14, yeah.
and
Granted, Payday 2's from like 2012 or something, right?
but yeah, well,
2013.
2013.
yeah, so around the same
yes.
time as 14. But
Realm Reborn, rather.
well, no, even original 14, which was even
Original
harder to
14.
run.
Oh yeah.
But that's about it for this week.
That's about it for this week. Join us next
Alright,
week.
we have
when,
one email that we got.
not next
Oh
week.
no, that's right.
We got
Fred,
one
join us.
email
Oh yes, okay. We've got
Oh.
one email.
from Luis, the same guy from last week.
By the way,
Sota!
if you
God
if you
damn
wish to send us an email,
You can send it to
every fucking time.
hypercastoffpodcast@gmail.com.
That's
That's-
hypercastoffpodcast@gmail.com.
And
That's
if you
hypercastoffpodcast@gmail.
stock copy Pat.
That's hypercastoffpodcast@gmail.com.
Anyway.
Guys, please.
If you send an email to hypercastoffpodcast@gmail.com, make it sound a little bit
It
like
probably
this.
won't fucking sound like this.
Talk about gotcha from Sota, our good friend Sota.
We did.
He
I
asked-
already talked about Gacha and how I would
No,
willingly become a.
talk about
Wait,
gotcha
wait.
that's better than Kamen Rider.
Oh, so
Okay,
fake Grand
again.
Order?
Well, okay, so no,
Fire
you're not going to
heroes.
talk
I'm
about.
gonna
because
keep.
I want to talk
Guys.
about Hypnosis Mike again.
I'm gonna
Okay,
keep
that's the
it-
end of the podcast,
I'm gonna
everybody.
keep it-
Hello? My internet crash out? My internet might have popped. Shit. I think I'm back. I think I'm back. Guess I'll stop recording too. I guess that's the end of the podcast. Bye-bye.
You are a toy! You're an action figure! You are a child's plaything!
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity. Farewell.